Alan, they hate that.
And so it begins.
We're live. What do you hate?
I said, they hate that.
They hate what?
The staring blankly into the camera.
Like a deer in the headlights.
Oh,
I'm amazed at what people don't hate on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's an echo.
That's because I'm sharing it to the. Sharing it to the.
I just killed mine,
Yep.
and I'm gonna do pop out chat. Oh, and now I don't have the thing, so I can read here. Control.
Plus.
Yes, that's such a great trick. All right, here we go. John Lowell, El Eco Loco, Vader Mods, John C, Rodney Pope, Michelle Schulte, Ron Sheps, Ezekiel Bradshaw, Susan Attai, DM Cash, Rachel Powell, Stanley S. Rachel Powell, Stanley S., Sarah R., Nick Meyer, Skin and Bones, Jacob Calger, good to see you on again. Happen and Mojo, Ellis Fire, Raya Demon, throw back a bottle of beer. Raya Demon, I wrote a cold deep like old black hair. Philly G, Michael J. Lassiter, Scott Coiner, Scott Colhart. He is the MVP, people. Warmonger, Edson Juice, Almatra Art, Donna Koger, Head Static, John Sheffield, Sons of Wayne, Line Cook Thor, Nate Unit 1. Hello. Nate Unit, I don't know if we have met. I don't remember Nate Unit 1. That could be my fault. If it's your first live, thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here. We're going to make a mask here in a moment. JLR 538LM. And Donna says hello from London, Kentucky.
Oh.
Which, yes, I was like, London, UK. Okay, it's late for you there. But it's an hour later, I guess. Nate Slanker, Jennifer Q, Jack 269.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, I have heard of Pixel Dan and Ken Zarish. Okay, Nate Unit, welcome to Live. Live's a little crazier, but tonight has a bit of a theme. And that theme is I'm trying to be a little more focused even with the lives. But oh, and you know what? I have the new live channel made. I just forgot to use it tonight.
Oh my God.
So I'll probably start with that.
What is it? Is it still Peace Live?
Well, see, there's the rub.
Right.
There's a couple.
Okay.
Because I tried making a live channel and it's like, this didn't work. And then it said, hey, you have 4 new channels. So I have to like kill some. I got to figure it out.
We gotta do some ninja stuff.
I'm not the most computer literate person in the world. Okay. But yes, I also just had a very interesting experience. I know when I go live on YouTube that I'm going to be live for several hours. And there are things that I try to do right before I go live in order to make going live smooth. Like, let's say, use the restroom. And apparently, the whole time that I was in the restroom, I was accidentally live on Facebook in my pocket. So I hope there was no sound. Yes. Anyway. Yeah.
Awkward.
So who knows what happened on the Facebook Live
It is a
earlier.
mystery.
I'm going to make a new mask. Old winter, yes. And hi everybody. Ahoy, Kenneth Booth.
Ahoy,
Ahoy.
Ahoy.
GTSU.
GTSU.
Does that mean? Yeah, I don't know what that means. But
Great to see you.
oh, great to see you. Okay, well done. That's the English major. Made her try. No, lots of people do horror Christmas. Vader Mods, I don't think you're alone. So yeah, Zach, I don't know if you caught the whole live. I hope it wasn't as bad for you as it was for me, my friend. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well, I'm glad
Yes, there
you're,
were sounds. Oh no.
you're enjoying it.
That sounded like crunching ice.
Okay, so there was there was some crunching ice. I don't know when it went live. Like, I don't know when that happened. So I filled a glass with ice out of the fridge. So that's possible. Meow back. I'm sure that one of the cats will respond to you here shortly. Konnichiwa, Jack269. Green Hammer. Hello, what a great name. I don't even know what the reference is, but his profile pic is a dragon, so
like it.
there you go. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, if it happened while I was in the restroom, then she wasn't in there with me. All right.
Which we are grateful.
Anonymous Bat. I love that name. Yeah, okay, so today in the shop, my wife is working on something, I think, in the booth building for a while. And we have Stacy is working on a gravedigger hat.
Hello.
And Rue is working on the mask that will be the Old Man Winter mask.
I'm packing orders.
The wife is packing orders. That's what I hear. So, El Chapo Gordo, I'm glad you like the masks.
Hello, Ken.
Yeah.
Oh. I can.
Okay, so Jennifer pew, 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 just called you helpers, and like the term that I've always heard, and I don't mean this derogatory at all. Like the first time that it's shop monkey. If you hang out in the shop and you work in the shop, you're a shop monkey. Only one person has said I'm not a shop monkey. Only one person was upset by this comment. So.
No.
Now I'm upgrading. I'm both a shop monkey and a suggestion harpy.
That's right. You are now shop monkey and suggestion harpy, Stacy. That's true. So, hello from Tennessee. Grumpy Creations. Sniff, sniff.
Shop monkey. Snowman.
Snowman, right? Snowman escort.
Snowman escort. There we go.
If a patron says hello on a live stream, then you say a unique greeting. I'm getting envious over here. I don't know what like the unique. You know what we need? We need something where I know, because a lot of times like you have a name on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then maybe you might email me a question and that's a different name than what's on YouTube, and then maybe you're a patron on Patreon, and then that's a different name too. So sometimes I know, but I don't always know. And I'm not good at stuff.
Names is hard. Check your notifications.
Oh, come on. You gotta do the thing.
Oh.
It looks like they're silenced.
Straps are good. Straps are good. I
I got
wasn't
text messages and Facebook messages. For the, Alan's live. Alan's live. Is he in the bathroom?
I was in the can. Yes, I was. I was.
Good. Oh my God.
I think my phone was in my pocket. I hope.
A lot of very well-meaning people are trying to
They're so helpful.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
That's funny.
Oh.
Hey, anything
All right.
else ready to pack?
Ron Shep says, hello, wife.
Hashtag, hey wife. Hey Ron.
Elsewhere, I'm Rachel Little. Here, I'm still Rachel Powell. Need to get a hold of the SS office. Yeah. Rachel Little.
Okay, I close this to keep the heat out.
So I did a little bit of dremeling on the teeth of this mask from the other day. See those teeth now? There's a little bit of detail in there, not a ton, but this mask is coming along. I also fully shelled out the head. I just built it up with straps and then, filled it in and then put a little cover over it so this guy can get hair soon. And while Rue is still strapping that and doing some trimming, I think I will glue the horns onto this because that's exciting.
I am about done. It was just a little poking in the eyeball stuff.
Just a little eyeball.
Well, Edson, you should have because there was a whole routine involved. I was ready for a live, man. I changed my shirt, I changed my clothes, I reapplied deodorant. That could have been a whole show. Not a good show. No, not one anybody would want to watch.
Vader Mods asked, Alan, do you have a favorite toy company?
Well, I guess no, I don't. I mean, I like no, I like Master of the Universe figures. I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. I like Thundercats figures. I mean, all the fun 80 like no. I just cool monster toys are awesome. You know what? We tried to watch Krampus the other night, but we ended up watching the Christmas Horror Story, which is actually pretty good.
I watched Anna and the Apocalypse yesterday. I have a new.
Least favorite movie?
I like it.
You liked Anna and the Apocalypse. You're the one.
I did.
You were their demographic.
Well, I also, we did the Austin premiere.
Okay.
So
Did you steal my little?
I did. Beeftery.
You had the gallon all to yourself,
I did.
and you chose to steal.
I know.
You were brought up in a two-parent home and everything, and yet
And yet, here
you
we
still
are.
chose the thug life.
Here we are.
she didn't choose the Thug
The
Life.
thug life chose me.
Did the thug life choose you? Okay. I'm gonna slather the snot out of this mask.
Now Loco Loco says they need to make a live action Thundercats movie.
I would watch that. You know what? I'd even watch a computer-generated Thundercats movie. Yeah.
Almantra Art says FYI, the dual 10 Harbor Freight Heat gun is on sale for $8.99.
Sweet. What a bargain that is.
I'm in stock up.
Yeah. My favorite ones are the ones that they rattle just a little bit. And I don't know why that makes me so happy, but like, listen, like this is what my favorite right now. A heat gun shouldn't make this noise. There shouldn't be anything in there that does that, but it does. The other day, Rue had a different one,
And it rattled too.
and it rattled a little bit, and then it wasn't working. I said, "Hang on," and I took it and I banged it on the counter. I handed it back to him, but it worked just fine. So, are they? I feel like they're the best heat gun out there. When you add in that they're the least expensive, it's just winning all around. Has Rue been brawling with the electric shaver?
Maybe.
What I say is did you get in a fight with a lawnmower and lose? I say that sometimes.
Should have confused Bruce sporting a mohawk, or does that have some other name?
It's a mohawk.
It's a wide mohawk.
Kind of Viking mohawk. I guess.
It's a mohawk for people who want to conform a little bit.
Yeah.
See, I like. I might do something like that one day, but get those 3 lines shaved in the side of my head, like, yeah.
Yeah, that ended back in like 88.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to say something that sounds really derogatory, but I don't know any other way to say it. Like, that's what the trailer park boys had, like all the boys who lived in the trailer park, who I would get in fist fights with weekly. Yeah, that was awesome.
And not those trailer park boys.
Yeah, that's like a comedy troupe or something, right? Yeah, no, not that. Well, more than my face got flushed, John C. That's for sure.
Nice.
Who is my favorite horror icon? So I don't want to say Predator, although I love the Predator. I think it's a phenomenal design. Horror icon. I'm gonna go with a modern, which is Pumpkinhead. I love Pumpkinhead. I enjoy the Pumpkinhead series of movies. And then let me go with a classic. And the classic that I'll go with is probably Paul Naschy's Wolfman. Paul Naschy's Wolfman. I like that. Lots of movies.
There you go.
In Australia, if we ask about a bad haircut, we ask if you got a pound of sausages with that. Okay.
It's actually a pretty good haircut. I'm not complaining about it. They did what I wanted them to do.
Just because you want it doesn't mean it's good.
Hey, good enough to me.
There were girls who dated me in high school. Just because they wanted to date me doesn't mean I was any good. Pumpkinhead is definitely modern. Modern era being from 80 on.
Warmonger, I'm sorry.
Reverse mohawk, but not my choice. That's awesome. Okay, but see, I said Paul Nash's Wolfman. I think that his is a little more iconic even because he was in so many Wolfman movies. Hello, Chad Smith. And right now I'm not even doing Old Man Winter. I will be doing it, but I'm not doing it yet. I just want to throw the horns on this sucker. Language, guys.
What? Silver and Zuckerberg falls into bad language. I mean, it was on Looney Tunes after all.
This is ridiculous.
Those are very like low-key kind of horns going on in that thing. I like it. What am I doing?
Go over it. And horns this big that don't wobble are good. Do you need me, wife?
No, actually, well, you and Stacy, yeah, if Big E,
Uh-huh.
is on tonight,
Yes?
Big E Pena, please ask him to check his email.
Okay.
Verify his zip code for his order, and if you see him, I've already sent him an email, just tell him to check his email.
Okay. Will, actually, I want to.
Dang it.
Evan McEachern asks, have you ever heard of guar?
I've heard of guar, yes.
Never.
I've made some replica guar costume pieces for folks who wanted it.
Holly Lenore says, damn Skippy, that's awesome.
Hey, thanks. It'll be awesome soonish.
Ryan David says, now I want to see a Hellboy mask with his horns are grown out.
I mean, the size horns that you can get away with this technique, it's pretty ridiculous. You could do full-on legend horn without extraneous support with a good helmet.
Newmatch.com Satan's, which pretty much is legend.
David Quintana says, you just started that math last video, it sure has changed. Did you use foam to sculpt the face as green hand?
I did, and I did this on the video. So all this is on here. Like the only thing you didn't see me do is I dremeled the teeth out and the top lip, and I finished out this helmet back. This was just straps, and I just added these pieces to cover it and connect it together.
John C. says, the mask actually looks like an Alan Krampus.
Liquid nails will go on the horns. All right.
Christian Ty Edwards says, hello, sir. Been missing lives for a bit since Halloween ended. Glad to be with you tonight. Stay warm.
Oh, glad to have you back. We are staying warm.
We're in Texas.
Evan McKeeper says, can you leave me where you get the EVA phone, please?
So the EVA foam comes from several places. That particular batch of EVA foam I know came from Hobby Lobby. And then it also comes from Michael's. You can get it at Michael's Craft Store. You can also get it from Harbor Freight. They have floor tile foam that I use quite a bit.
Ian 6 has just failed my first two-part mold, and I'm really pissed about it. The mold wall collapsed while the plaster got thicker, and I'm really mad. Also very confused.
One of the things that I do to keep my mold wall from collapsing is I take Q-tips and I cut off one side of the Q-tip and I shove it in. And it goes through the mold wall and stabs into the head. And that just gives support so it doesn't fall either way. And it sounds like it was just a bit of an unsupported mold wall. And I don't put anything on the sculpture until after the mold wall is built. Some people will put their whatever they're going to use, like they'll pledge the sculpt and then build the mold wall. It makes the mold wall too easy to fall off, in my opinion.
So they used to have a 4-head, now it's more like a 7-head. Ribbon balances, please tell me those ones will get ribbons.
I'm not going to say because I'm actually not going to do any more of that particular mask live, simply because it's a gift for someone. So I don't mind them seeing the bones, but the finish I don't want them to see right away.
Gregory Haynes says, hi, Sophie Studios and fellow drinkers.
Hello, Gregory.
Everyone says Harbor Freight is a last choice option, guys.
No.
Why is Harbor
Freight is our first choice option.
Why is Harbor Freight a last choice option for floor foam? Why do you believe that, Vader Mods?
Graffy UK says, hey, you guys.
Hey, Gruffy.
Why are you spewing such hate and lies on my channel?
No, this is the flat freight, yo.
Crystal Snow Dragon? Did I say I was going to make one of those?
It's weird, because it all looks fine, but eventually it just started falling apart and cracking, so we're playing that the sculpt was just falling off. We need to press it in more.
Well, yes, and it fell off.
Not for foam.
Vader Mods, I'm still not with you, man. Harbor Freight makes some really awesome stuff. And we're just not on the same page. They have a darn fine $20 airbrush. My favorite $10 airbrush is Harbor Freight.
Heat guns.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
Talked about.
Apparently you said you'd one back for Halloween.
Oh, at some point in time, yes. But I have some orders in front of me, and I have some other things going on. So, but Dragon is in the future.
Someday.
The only thing I don't get from Harbor Freight is stuff that spins really fast, because that could be a problem. Other than that, they're pretty good. I mean, like a $25 Sawzall, you can't beat that. And it does saw all.
100% guarantee on all hand tools.
Yeah.
They'll just flat replace it right then and there.
Yep, can't beat that.
What are we looking at for corn style here? Typical.
Get it on a bust. Get it on the bust so you can see it working.
Okay.
They do. Or they make tools for people who are going to use their tools 2 or 3 times and then be done with them. In all honesty, it is cheaper in the long run to buy a Sawzall and drill when you need it. And yeah, and then use it till it dies or until you let someone else borrow it and they don't return it. And you don't feel as bad.
David Finhouse says, they never question returns. Evan Reeker says, I don't have any stores like that near me.
That is a shame.
Ken Zarish says, Alan, if I were to make life-size gingerbread man, Francis would be, what could I use?
Okay, so what I used was,
Done that.
we used upholstery foam, and I cut out in 1-inch thick upholstery foam. I traced out a big gingerbread man. I did that twice, once for front, once for back, and then I took a 8-inch wide strip and I glued the 2 pieces together, and then over all the edges I did a wide ribbon that would be another glue point, And that has worked out wonderfully at dark hour. We used him for 3 years.
Gingy.
King Gingy.
Isaac Hills is your legend.
Oh, I'm no legend. I just like what I do. No, there are legends out there, and then like I'm on the bus to go meet legends for lunch. I'm gonna go watch one of them give a talk or something.
Bite.
Right?
Big, thick, fat hat.
Sweet.
Alright.
But yes, little bags.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Got it.
And if you ever have a doubt, look on the website and do what the one on the website has.
Okay.
Rue is getting together a Krampus. I too wish you had a Harbor Freight in Australia.
Alrighty, folks, says I bought a Bauer SDS camera drill that I've used a ton and it's still going great. Evan McKeekers is on at his Walmart, Martin's, and Lowe's.
And in all honesty, if all the tools that you need cost like $120, it's nothing to roll that cost into each new project. You know, especially if you're doing stuff around your house or, you know, if you're a pro, yeah, then you don't want to get Harbor Freight tools per se, unless you're buying screw guns for your crew and you're buying tools for your crew and they don't take care of stuff. I know lots of pros who buy Harbor Freight. They might have themselves a nice DeWalt set, but they buy for their crew until they can buy their own. They get them the Harbor Freight stuff, which works. It gets the job done, but it's just not as nice.
Kenneth Booth says I got my mini lathe 8 years ago from Harbor Freight and it's still strong. Insert knock on wood here.
Yeah.
Ron Shep says you just have to pick and choose what you get from Harbor Freight. They have some really good stuff and some throwaway stuff.
Yes.
Vader Mod says it's a sham. I'm not saying I don't shop there. I'm just saying I've learned my lesson and I'd like to keep tools.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm not one of those people who's like, this is my screwdriver. I will have this until I die and pass it down to my grandson. No, I mean no, like my tools are gonna die. I have one of my favorite T-shirts that says "I void warranties." Like I destroy things, and I know I'm gonna destroy things, so I might as well buy Harbor Freight.
Christian Ty Edwards says solely asking from curiosity. Do you also have a background in carpentry or metal work, and does that all feed into your specific haunt/effects work? I do some carpentry time to time. Thought I'd ask.
I do carpentry stuff. It's not my specialty, but when you are a haunter, that means you are an electrician, you're a plumber, you're a carpenter, you are you're a painter. You have to have a bit of a background in all of that in order to be an effective haunted house person. If you're on, you know, the well-rounded haunted house person plan.
Cabin and Mojo says check out Harbor Freight Versus vids on YouTube. They've stepped up their game. The more complicated a tool, buy the tool that fits your battery platform. Hand tools are fine. Snap-on can suck it.
Oh, dude. One of my favorite memes is it's a picture of like one of my toolboxes here, and it says $100,000 worth of Snap-on tools, and then there's a picture of a Harbor Freight store, and it says $100,000 worth of Harbor Freight tools. I'd go with the store, you know. Yeah, Snap-on is way too pricey.
Celeste Kitty says I see you have many cookies, but I have no cookies.
Well.
Don't be looking at my cookies.
Send us your mailing address, and Rue will mail you a cookie.
Don't be looking
Courtney
at my
Windsor
cookies.
says hello everybody.
Hello.
I tell them things I won't do.
Warmonger says I've had a
I'm
lot
telling
of
them
luck
I
with
went to prison.
What?
Rue's not afraid to go back to prison over cookies.
Alan told everyone I just got out of prison one day. I didn't think you were here for that.
Warmonger says I've had a lot of luck with the cheap tools from Harbor Freight. Of course, I have friends that just enjoy collecting and showing off their high-priced stuff but don't really use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edson Juice says I was watching Adam Savage today. He was showing off some cool fingers. He said he was going to make a costume for them.
Gary Faze.
I sent him a message saying that you and Alan Hopp should work together.
Yeah, those fingers were made by Gary Fay, who's a friend of mine, and he has had phenomenal success with those.
You were just talking about that earlier, actually.
Handy
Yeah.
Star says I use a lot of tools from Harbor Freight. They're priced to throw away, but most last.
Yeah, well, they're not that bad.
It lasts as long as you
And
expect
I,
it to.
The folks who hate on Harbor Freight, I will gladly let them spend more money as long as I have the option to not have to do so.
Christian Tideward says, also have a background in all those as a theater artist as well, which is what I am.
Do that, you kind of have to in order to do this stuff for a living, you know?
Kenneth Booth says, I'm just a gem cutter and a musician. Making animatronics is a hobby I love doing.
A gem cutter, that's awesome.
Joanne Crowley says, hello there.
Hello.
Edson Juice says, you have my address. John C says, I need a box of cookies. Celeste Cookie says, joke's on you, you have my address.
John C., didn't you say you were going to send us a box of money and then we were going to send you...
a box of cookies.
I think it was like a box of soup at one point in time. Whatever we have here is like, I'll send you a box of money, you send me whatever.
Evan McGee says, do you know AJ Good from the House of Masks?
I know we have spoken some, yes. I know AJ Good. I know of AJ Good, and AJ Good knows of me.
Cowboy Candlestick says, hello, Creepers. Dead End Yard Hunt says, hello, everybody. Ezekiel says, Rue, you don't have to send me cookies. We can get them when we catch up.
Yep.
John C says, Boxer Cash is on its way to Texas.
Woohoo!
I'm still waiting on a box of cookies from you, Ezekiel.
Oh, sick burn, Rue.
Cowboy says, the whole Slipknot Mash channel.
Not just Slipknot. He also does like Buckethead, and mostly Slipknot.
Holy Chef says, good evening, Alan, Shannon, and Creeper family.
Yeah, we're into different things. We're just into different things. I love that he loves what he loves and how strong he loves it. That's awesome. I don't love those same things.
Robert Bryan says, hello, Creepers. Cowboy says, hello, dead mother.
Oh,
Is that Shannon? Or is that me?
well, you're the one on screen.
I don't know, man. Wait a minute, because I need, that's the problem. They price it at cost, and somebody might have to go through 2 rotaries. My personal drink as well as the width there.
Aha, you said rotary.
Nothing that spins.
Don't trust anything that spins really fast.
Talisha asks, did I walk in a fruitcake cookie combo? If so, I need in on that.
So, I will show you what people are talking about. These are Shannon's fruitcake cookies,
They're real
which
good.
are actually excellent. And if you look, if you just look at that, you'll see that there's little bits of candied fruit in there. And it's soft, it's not crunchy. Just for posterity, there's a little bit of spice to it. Not a good cookie. Nothing?
Definitely not eating cookies.
All right, Lady Blunt says, howdy, Alan, and Stacy, a guy I don't know. That's true. And he's awesome.
You actually even only ate.
Ezekiel says, well, if your stupid USPS got their boots together, you'd be eating them by now.
Ooh.
Jennifer Pugh asks, what do
Yeah.
you make the hats out of?
EVA foam. The hats are EVA foam.
Alicia F says, hey, Stacy, hey, Rue. Hi.
Hey.
Vader Mod says, otherwise, I'm just there for basics. Castro says, evening, folks, just home from work. Pretty rain, brush fires, and road rage, folks. Such a fun drive. The skin and bones just look like a chicken nugget. Ryan Demon says, should I be worried about the $10 grinder I bought for just in case?
No, for just in case, it's wonderful. And it was only $10. And if it doesn't work, you take, and they give you another one.
David Quintana says, oh my god, skin and bones have got milk. Captain Moses says, lots of butter in those cookies. Alicia F says, no, torture to do the close break. Justin Williams says, how are y'all tonight?
I think we're good. I'm good.
Cowboy says, I prefer M&M's in my cookies.
Okay.
Rachel Powell says, those aren't on my diet.
You wouldn't if you ate these.
Yeah.
You would just be like, okay, those are the best thing I've ever eaten.
Edson Juice says, and it's keto, kind of.
No, right now I'm not on keto. I'll be on keto again soon, but right now I am not worried about the ketos.
Joanne Colley says, they look a lot like my sister's mincemeat cookies.
Mmm. Those are
Evan
good.
McGeeker says, I make AJ a Balzac with Jaws of Death figure, that kind of thing from Guar.
Ah,
Okay. Yes.
all of that.
Balzac, that's what I said.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Listen, it's spelled P-A-L-S-A-C. Cut me some slack here. Major Mod says, should be cookie Shannon, please. Kevin Booth said, can you add rum to the cookies? Asking for a friend.
From Shannon.
Christian Cyrus says, those look delicious. Jason Hunter says, full of shooting stone mold with latex. What a disaster getting it back to the 5-gallon bucket. I lost a lot of it on the floor, my clothes, on the work area, had footprints eating the area. It was bad.
Bad.
Yeah, that sounds like a blast.
Justin Williams says, what's going on there?
I'm going to make a old man winter mask. I'm trying something new with my gravedigger sculpture. I'm going to make a mask. I've never done this before with this mask. I just think he's going to be nice.
Felicia says,
For spilled latex.
Jennifer Hughes says, I gave my boyfriend a list of stuff I wanted from Harbor Freight for Christmas. He told me he spent $300. I think he must have bought himself some stuff too.
Yeah,
Ryan Stevens says, will there be a recipe on the creepers page for the cookies?
I'll have to talk to the wife.
Ezekiel says, did you flex seal the hat first, then just silver paint?
We did. Yep, silver spray paint.
Everybody says, yes, you said it correctly. Okay, see? Warmonger says, I fell off my 5-year keto diet this past Thanksgiving.
Just jump right back on. That's all you got to do.
Good night, Edson Juice. Brian Oak says, hi from Sheffield, UK.
Hello, Sheffield, UK. Hey, Brian.
Every week says, that's how they spell the band. There you go. Robert White says, hello, Alan and Stacy.
So,
Go ahead and give your tips, Rue.
whoever had just brought up the whole spilled latex thing, this is your solution. Just scoop it into the dustpan and then dump it straight back into the bucket.
Rue knows this because he might spill latex on occasion.
Never happened. Never.
No, here's Rue's shoes right now, covered in latex that he spilled.
And I may have just bought yesterday.
Robin Ryan asked, did you finish up the EVA Krampus mask?
No, I showed it earlier. I'm not going to finish it on camera because I want the final look of it to be a surprise.
Courtney Guzner says, this is random, but I tried the pumpkin tutorial, but instead of using cloth, I used plastic and tons of water, and it worked. My pumpkin hell is going to be awesome.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that. That's great instead of fabric. At that point in time, I really thought that the fabric was the way to go because it would hold on to the moisture. But if the plastic was wet enough, then I'm glad it worked.
Lisa Arndt says, Old Man Winter has to have some sparkles.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to be fantastic.
Jerry Thrasher says, hello, everyone.
Hey, Jerry.
Hi, Derek.
David Mon says, Alan, do you collect custom figures or make them? It would be something I'd be highly interested in.
I make them. I made a Beast Man. I'll show you a Beast Man. Let me show you a Beast Man that I made.
Hi, Wolf.
Robert White says, never say never, never. Cobweb says, no glitter. Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the link to our shop.
That's totally it, Rachel.
Rachel Powell says, happened.
Totally it. I took
Harley wants
pictures, so
to
it never happened.
Alan still isn't sponsored by Harbor Freight yet.
So-
dust came off.
This is my Beast Man custom that I made from one of the Godzilla vs. King Kong figures. A lot of work on the head. I changed the ears. Obviously, I did all the armor on him. Yeah. The little hand weapon that Beast Man has that everybody forgets about.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Basement Hawker says, thanks for the tip. I just waited until the next day to peel off.
Well, yeah. If you get it while it's wet, you can save it, put it back in a bucket.
Rev Skull Effort says, hands down, you guys are greatest.
Hey, thank you, so kind. You're awesome.
Lisa Arndt says, winter monsters must have glitter.
There's going to be glitter.
There is much razzing
You're all
of
obsessed with
cobwebs
glitter.
right now. I think they're all giving cobwebs a hard time because he's like, oh, glitter! Ah!
Let's say snow. Let's not necessarily say glitter. We're going to say snow.
It's slightly
It
different.
will be very frosty looking.
It's very large, but
Riot Demon says, custom action figurines? What can't Alan do?
You know what? I've decided that making mini custom action figures is going to be my indoor hobby because every now and then I need something that isn't work and it's not always convenient to go fishing. And both times when I've made action figures, it's oddly after someone has died. And I just need some Allen time to process.
Bring that here.
And the other one that I'm working on
Are you empty? You're not empty because it's not for you.
is someone sent me a picture of monsters of the universe, and it was Beastman as the Wolfman. So I've started modding this Beastman figure, but I'm only in the starts, you know. So I've started modding this figure to become a Wolfman version of Beastman.
I'm sorry, but I took away his box and still
He's so mad.
He's sad.
Why would you do that? No respect.
Ron Chef says, "Where's the devil?" Happen Emoji says, "Customizing figures would be great content for your non-launch focused channel."
Well, okay. Now my other channel is just live videos. It's going to be this stuff. So, but I might do some of that on Patreon if people are interested. Because YouTube is very, you have to stay on brand on YouTube to maintain any kind of success. And even live videos compared with what I normally do is really off brand. So.
Rachel Powell says, "I can see someone sending cobwebs with glitter bomb." Blue Floor says, "Waves like Forrest Gump."
Hooray! One of my favorite little gifs is Forrest Gump waving, and then the Pennywise clown waving the arm like hi. And it just goes on forever.
The King is back. He says, "Hey, just tune in to see what creatures we're working on tonight."
Hello, the King. I'm working on a mask that I'm calling Old Man Winter. If you remember my Halloween version of the Gravedigger, which ended up with Scott Colhart, this is going to be an Old Man Winter themed version of the Gravedigger.
John C. says, "You can't spell glitter without glitter."
Yeah.
Happy Mojo says, "Use epoxy sculpt for the new V-spin figure."
Yes. Well, not epoxy. I'm actually using 5-minute epoxy. Steel stick epoxy is what I normally use. So I do little bits at a time, and I have 5 minutes before it gets hard.
Christian Kyber says, "Oh, action figure content, please."
It may happen.
Are you on our Patreon, Christian Kyber? Jason Hunter says, "I spilled glitter on myself when I was sweaty and it stuck. Look like one of those stupid vampires when we older and fat."
Hooray!
Evan McEachern says, "Do you know Mike Fry? He sent me 3 masks."
He does what?
Do you know Mike Fry? He sent me 3 masks.
I don't think I know Mike. I don't know him off the top of my head. It may be that I know him.
Vader Mod says, "Wow, that's nice work. I make them also. I did the Raven and the Dead and the Ghost face as well as Michael Myers here to finish. Your
Cool.
work's on your page when finished."
I will.
Rachel Powell says, "My new Christmas tree is covered in gold glitter. It's everywhere."
What a terrible idea.
Riot Demon says, "I love that gift. Will Sarsgaard is read Pennywise."
Brilliant.
Kazerski says, "Howdy all."
Hello.
Kenneth Booth says, "I found a really great glitter spray with a spine business and the glitter sparkles really bright."
I would love to see that. I would love to know what brand that is.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay, thank you, wife.
The King says, "Yes, I remember. Great idea." Cowboy says, "I have a white flock tree and the new kit is covered in it. It looks like she has dandruff all over her."
Hooray.
Our Lady Lovely says, "I love Floor." Cowboy says, "Floor is awesome." Line Cooper also says, "Floor is
That's
awesome."
neat.
Rachel Powell says, "My teenage boys picked it out."
Good.
Robert White says, "Alan, did your package arrive?"
Not yet. Not yet.
Art Lady Lunsford says, "Be good, gotta go finish my first coat of paint. God bless."
Hooray.
Yeah, making stuff.
And we're caught up.
Yeah, see, lots of just waiting on this paint to dry, that's for sure.
Cowboy says, "Good night, Den Mother."
Good night.
Blue River Lore says, "Alan, have you ever made a 1/4 scale mask?"
No. I see, and you know what? A lot of people do maquettes, and masks to me are tools. I'm like, what am I going to do with this tiny little head? Like, I have no use for this thing. So I don't do maquettes. I don't do quarter scale masks because I'm not a collectible guy. I don't do collectibles. My masks are tools. I intend for them to be used.
Robert White says, I'll shout out tomorrow. The King asks, does your new character have rules? I'm not sure if I spelled it correctly. D-R-U-I-L-S?
I don't know what drools are.
Does it mean like drool? Like
Drool? D-R-O-O-L? Drool? No, we'll not have any drool. This will be a dignified character.
Happen Emoji says, War's music is meh, honestly, if you don't see the visual. Same as Lordy or Kiss. Now listen, you take that back down, Lordy.
And Kiss.
Yeah.
Cobweb says, yeah, WTF is with mini masks. Dave Quintana says, Alan, you are a locksmith. The keys to imagination.
Hooray! What a great thing to say.
Ghost is the same thing. Ghost the same way.
I like Ghost.
I like Ghost too, but like really, without the visuals behind Ghost, it's meh.
So I thought like Ghost music was going to be really hard, like heavy stuff.
Yeah, it's
And it's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
not.
like gothic folk music.
Yeah,
Like it's not as heavy as I thought it would be.
Riot Demon asks, is he gonna have a bone in the mouth?
Yes. Yeah, definitely a bone in the mouth.
Chad Smith says, my wife says, I'm a tool.
Well, there you go. Ezekiel, have we got kids watching today? Are there kids in pants today while you're watching?
The King says, sorry for my misspell. I guess that was pretty meant to rule.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Kenneth Booth says, Alan is the real Imagimaster.
Y'all are nice.
Chris Phillips out says, the vintage shredded aluminum icicles for trees are almost as bad as glitter. Stuff gets everywhere.
Yeah, good old-fashioned pencil. And you know what? And you were not a kid in the 80s if you didn't have to chase a cat around to pull pencil out of his butt.
Oh no. Ron Shuck says Ghost is awesome. Happy
They-
Mojo says Kiss I'm over a little because their disco while odd is good. Lordy is pure meth.
Hating on your jams.
Listen. Gatorland says, what do I do if I need something for your fig? If you need something for your fig, it's scale down Alan's YouTube instance. What? Oh, do what I do if you need something for your fig and scale down Alan's YouTube instance. There you go.
There you go. That was a statement,
Yes. you're correct.
not a question.
Michael Haxon says, any tips on repairing old latex props? I've got a Ruby's gargoyle like the one on your shelf that's starting to disintegrate.
So, yeah, I mean, it is clean it really well with alcohol, and then you're going to do a build up, glue it back together with contact cement, and then build it out with, I use paper towel and latex, and build up all those broken areas, and that's about the best you can do for it.
Pablo says, Tinsel stayed stuck to the tree for 9 Christmases. Lucas McLam says, hello.
Hello.
Perez Productions 1 says, thank you for showing us and answering your questions. You truly are an inspiration.
Thank you. We just like to make stuff out here, you know.
Alicia says, tinsel covered cats running, spreading it everywhere with a highlight of Christmas.
Hand me that heat gun.
Ron Shep says, tinsel.
But this one doesn't rattle. Whatever are you gonna do?
Can you leave it plugged in?
Did it?
Oh, actually, plug it into
You
this
need
one for me.
2?
Yeah, I'm gonna double gun it.
Got it.
Ron Shep says, tinsel is glitter's horrible stepsister.
Yes. Bigger, less invasive stepsister.
Alright, Cobweb says, gotta go home, be back at 30. Hi, Cobweb.
Bye.
Masato OK says, hey y'all.
Hello, Masato K.
Drafty UK says, hi Alan, have you ever heard of Springfield Jack, the terror of London? I reckon he'd be a cool Massachusetts.
Spring-heeled Jack.
I have heard of
Yeah.
Spring-heeled Jack. I know all about Spring-heeled Jack, and how they followed his hoof prints. And at one point, and the reason they called him Spring-heeled Jack was because he was outside of windows that he was peeping in. But then it got to a wall, and there were 2 sets of prints on top of the wall. A 10-foot tall wall. It leapt from the ground, landed on the wall, and then it jumped down on the other side. That's why he's called Spring-heeled Jack, because there was track evidence of him just jumping on top of this 10-foot wall. That's awesome.
Ezekiel says, let's be honest, my kids have heard words of home and you guys could muster.
Fair enough, Ezekiel. Fair enough.
Mike Trumanowski says, hi all.
Hello.
Rachel Powell laughed at this one doesn't laugh. Warmonger says, you know Christmas is near when you find typical cat vomit each day leading up.
I'm gonna do a fun Christmas YouTube Wednesday this week too.
Kenneth Booth says, we used to have one of them bird chirping ornaments, and my cat, Tweaky from Buck Rogers, would climb all over the tree to find that dang bird. It was hilarious.
It's Twiggy.
Twiggy? Well, he spelled it with a K. How am I supposed to know that?
It's Twiggy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Well, make that face as well as Dumbo.
Right now, this is the best use of my time. Right here. Shooting 2 heat guns at this mast to get this to dry.
I loaned out a headdress for a photo shoot, and I don't know that I can, it might be a little scandalous for YouTube, but it's like a lingerie shot that she sent me a preview. Like, not too scandalous, not a great photo either, but
Let me judge its scandalousness. Oh, that's fine. That's not. Yeah. As I was live with my phone in my pocket in the restroom.
Jennifer Q says, pew pew pew, he does. Felicia S says, well, you use Kenneth says, I bet you can't draw 3 guns.
I got like 6 heat guns here, okay? I could completely, here's the Heat Man, I could completely Rio blast this sucker and have a lot of just heat guns flying out of my body.
That's true. You got giant monster paws, you can do 2
Right.
guns.
I could easily 3-gun this. Apparently I could 4-gun this.
Alex Bush says, last time I ever used a tinsel, it took hours to put it on strand by strand. Middle of the night, cat climbed the tree and knocked it over. Good thing we loved the cat.
Yeah, pets that you don't love, don't live. Like, that's how it goes. This is the boring stuff that I try to have done before I go live, but not today.
Mr. Zarowski says, my husband had taxidermy a mouse for a class. He made it so it would lay on a branch on our Christmas tree. I made it a Santa hat. The cat didn't approve and tore it up.
Wow.
Christian Tyler says, 4-gun it. The King says, Alan will look like the mask with all the guns, Jim Carrey.
That's right. Okay, that's pretty.
Andy Newman says, oh man, YouTube just glitched. I didn't get to see the picture, Stacey. You should send it to me. I will. I'll post it on the Creepers page. Ron Shep says, is it very humid today that it's taking long for the paint to dry?
It's chilly out. It's chilly and it's not humid, but it's damp. So, does that make sense that it's damp and not humid? I guess it's humid. It's humid. Humid.
Apparently the YouTube skipped over the picture sharing, so I'll put it in the Creepers.
Got it. Noted.
Sorry guys. Louis McLam says, where do you get the plastic ornaments like you used on the Jack Frost mask?
Hobby Lobby is where I got them. But Michaels has them also.
River Lure thinks it's YouTube auto censored them.
Yeah.
It's not that scandalous. But,
No, it's really not scandalous.
And you know it's not about.
Yeah, Devil's Gate Cemetery says, new game. Every time he checks to see if the heat gun is hot, they repeat.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Ezekiel says, it's humid here too. Damn, I wish we had winter Christmas.
It is hefty.
Misha says, these darn computers, I just smashed if we played that game.
Yes, yes, you would.
Alright, the teaser shot is up. Kenneth Booth says, I love Texas winters. Still see them bikinis time to time.
Not up here, but
South Texas. I mean, it's supposed to be 70 this week, so.
and so I have no idea why, but just now the way you said that, I guess in my head, I immediately heard South Texas. I gave you my heart. And I should not have heard that. Rue, Stacy, one of you guys tell a quick story. I'll be right back.
Tell them about your event from this last week.
Oh. So, hold on. No new Allen stories that you
No new Allen stories?
No new Allen stories.
Come on, I've been waiting for this. So, I got to deliver. This is me sitting on a bucket and being way too low. All right. Readjust slightly here. So, I got to deliver a snowman to Gatorland this last week, and it was pretty cool. So, I got to deliver the snowman. I had to fly it to Orlando, which was cheaper than sending it through the mail, even when we bought the ticket the night before. So there's that.
Saying
Yeah.
something. I mean, they're large. It would be unwieldy.
Yeah, yeah. So I got to fly that to Orlando, get off the plane, meet up with Dan Caro as the creative director for Gatorland, and
Ryan says you were 3 minutes from my house.
oh, sorry, Rob. I didn't have any time at all, by the way. 0 time. So, because I got in the car with Dan, we drove to Gatorland, we tested the costume, we immediately brought the costume out and started showing it to people. As soon as we did that, then I got thrown directly into hand-feeding giant gators, which was 2 thumbs up. I still have all of them.
Did the snowman get its own seat?
The snowman did not get its own seat, but it was part carry-on.
Hi, Paul Bennett.
Its head was the carry-on. Was one of my carry-ons.
Right.
Uh,
So, feeding gators.
yeah, even Rue's got a brace on today.
Yeah.
Rue's back hurting too.
Listen, y'all, the molds are heavy.
Yeah, everything today that I had to pour up was a 2-piece mold, so they're all big, beefy boys. And yeah, ouch. But yeah, so hand-fed gators, then proceeded to have a little photo shoot with Snowman with gators, and worry the whole time that Snowman was going to fall into gators, which was a direct possibility. So
That's a picture you gotta share.
yeah, that's pictures are coming. I will put these on the group. But then, then let's see. I went and did the swamp buggy tour there, which was pretty cool. I immediately got rushed from the swamp buggy tour to go grab food, literally while like speed walking to go zip lining at Gatorland and snarfing my food while trying to get ready to go zip lining. Then I went zip lining all through Gatorland. Got done with that, went and held baby gators. Then went and got to look at albino and leucistic gators. Then took some very, very precarious photos of the sunset. So I went to take a picture of the sunset while standing on the path over at Gatorland, and Dan looks over at me and is like, "Oh no, go ahead and hop that fence over there. Go up to the water where these trees aren't in your way. You can get a good photo." And I had to go, "Isn't that where the water with the 200 breeding gators live?" Yeah, it was. I
Things
still
are
did the
fine.
photo. But anyway, and then we went and got some good food. I spent the night there and flew back in the morning. Story ended. Back to Al.
And it was confirmed because in Southeast Texas. They were wondering if you were going to go live on Facebook when you
No, no, because my phone is live on the YouTubes.
Khalid Chef says, I watched your meat hook video earlier this week and laughed so hard because you said don't check with your hand. Kept checking and still do it now.
That meat hook video, I bet, is 12 years old. I mean, 10 years old at least.
Paul Bennett's joined us. Urban Molnar.
Hello, Paul Bennett.
I just posted up on the Creepers page a picture of my noodle cat / ferret Whipple in her beanbag watching Ellen work. She's taking notes.
Awesome.
Rob O'Brien says, I've done coffee muling before. Evan McEachern says, what's your favorite Guar song? Mine is Slaughterama.
I don't know of any Guar songs. I just don't. I don't know.
Courtney Boozer says that is too cool in regards to Gatorland story. Ezekiel says, I think we need a link to that back brace.
Because right now, it's cheaper to fly someone to Orlando to deliver something than it is to ship it. Ezekiel did mention our messed up postal service right now. It was cheaper to buy the plane ticket than to 3-day a box.
Rob Bryan says, I wonder if you met my friend Jennifer, Rue. Rob O'Brien says, I wonder if you met my friend Jennifer.
I might have.
Jennifer Hughes says, oh, baby
I
gators.
did meet a Jennifer.
Kenneth Blue says, gator balls are great when fried with crab. Billy Jeff says, I mean, you only lived once, Rue. Had to get the picture.
I did.
8 or 9 years, I think.
It's been a while.
The King says, Paul Bennett.
Paul Bennett is a viewer, and he is deaf. So anytime I answer one of his questions, I have to look directly at the screen and say it so he can read my lips. Paul Bennett's like, it's me. I'm Paul Bennett.
Perez Productions says, Misfits.
I'm not a big music person.
Favorite Misfits song,
So
definitely
weird.
Skulls.
So weird. What's that music?
That's my favorite Bon Jovi song.
What's your favorite Bon Jovi song?
Oh, that's a tough one, man.
Anthony Pantano says, what's the plan tonight?
Someday I'll be Saturday night. I'm making an Old Man Winter, which is a mask I've never made before, but I'm making one now. This is off my Gravedigger sculpture, and from the Gravedigger mold, I should say. And right now I'm giving it a coat of gloss, so I'm going to do a rub out, but I don't want a lot of rub out to stick, so I'm going to go ahead.
Ezekiel says, Blood on Blood, best Bon Jovi song.
Blood on Blood. Yeah, Blood on Blood is good. That's good. But, you know, Always, the
I
wonderful
would
song.
say Living on a Prayer or It's My Life.
Kenneth Booth
It's
says,
My Life is one of my favorite songs.
Kenneth Booth says, Social Disease by Bon Jovi.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
Kind of not even.
He's got a bunch of hits, man. You gotta love you some Bon Jovi. Young Guns, the Young Guns soundtrack with Bon Jovi. Excellent songs on that.
Dead or Alive. Good song.
Paul Bennett says, thank you, Alan, for explaining to him.
No problem.
Ezekiel says, It's My Life, written by a Swede.
Hooray!
Kenneth Booth says, Blaze of Glory. Andy Newman says, LMAO, ask Rue to sing them.
Drew will.
What's the
Oh,
name
well.
of the song that starts with "This Romeo is bleeding, but you can't see his blood, nothing but some feelings that this old dog kicked up, raining since you left me, and now I'm drowning in a flood. I can sing a love song like the way it's meant to be. Well, I guess I'm not that good anymore." Always, Bon Jovi, always. I got there.
So it's like you sing it long enough, you'll get to it.
I can't. Yeah, I can't spell the word baloney without singing the whole commercial either. So I had to get to the point of the song where they say the name. Always is probably my favorite Bon Jovi song.
Lisa Art and Jennifer Q asked, what are you spraying on now?
This is a clear coat. I'm spraying on clear coat so that the rub out I'm about to do doesn't really stick that well. Why did you chuckle when I said rub out I'm about to do?
I'm chugging it.
Because Ezekiel wrote Karaoke.
Hooray!
Jeff Leach says his favorite Guar song is Slaughterama. Lanka Thor says, hi, Rue. Castro says, drink. Ken Zarish says, anybody like 6 Days of War? Courtney Boozer says, so now I'm here for the singing. Cat Swift says, keep freaking. Ezekiel says, always a good backseat song.
Have we decided that everyone's gonna drink when if somebody breaks into song
Oh, God.
around here?
If they do that, I feel bad for their liver. I will not be held responsible.
Are not responsible.
We tend to break into song quite often.
Yeah.
Cat Swift says, I agree for a love ballad, that one kicks butt. Me and my late wife's class song is Never Say Goodbye.
Aww.
Because I'll be the only one left watching. Sing away.
my prom song at my school, because I went to like 6 proms because I had a lot of friends in schools around me, but anyway, at my school's prom, it was "End of the Road" by Boyz II Men. That was the song.
Cat Swift says, Rue, that's what we've been doing for quite some time. The drinking singing game.
What I
Ron Shep says, I've trained my liver my whole life for this.
what I hate about driving clear coat,
You never know.
it's supposed to look wet, so it never really looks dry. And that means I gotta do 2 coats to be sure.
Perez Production says, player. Just kidding. Courtney Boozer says, 92.
95. I just look older.
I was about to say it.
It's been a rough couple of life. It's been a rough couple of lives, okay?
Ken Zarif says, 6 Days of War is by Colonel Bagshot.
Okay.
Ezekiel says, I can't remember my school formal song.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
I can tell you mine.
I think ours was Time of Your Life by Green Day.
I think it might have been I think mine might have been Time of Your Life too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because
Yeah, considering what that song actually is.
well, and that's what 5 years apart between me and you.
Yeah.
And it still was.
Ezekiel says, I can't remember my school formal song. Courtney Boozer says, oh.
No, well, I remember what ours was now.
Yeah.
Baz Luhrmann.
Nice.
Wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonesy.
Bones Jones.
Wow.
Jonesy. Noisy Jonesy.
Kenneth Booth says, I thought we were close in age, but damn, you still went behind the ear.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those guys who's 44 going on 65.
Jennifer Pugh says, Green Day rocks. Vader Mach says, I could watch you over and over all day do stuff, Alan. As soon as this pandemic calms, I'll be there with you in person to learn.
Oh, that's very kind.
Much salutations for Jones.
Wow.
Ryan David says, I don't even know if my prom had a song. If they did, it was definitely not memorable. The King says, so Alan is barely 40s.
I'm mid 40s. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned car care says, howdy.
Hello, Stay Tuned Car Care.
Lots of highs for Jones. He is already vamoosed.
Yeah, he's in and out. He went to find mom. He's like, wait a minute, none of you are all mom.
He came to rub leg and then realized that I was not mom.
Yeah.
And turned around and ran
He
away.
accepted exactly 3 pets, and it was like, nah.
She's out there somewhere.
Ezekiel says, oh damn, it was some Rick Astley song. I remember the DJ getting showered with plastic cups.
Nice.
Kenneth Drew says, I thought Kryptonite by Green Day was an awesome tune.
Okay.
Fair one.
Lisa Arndt says, Don't You by Simple Minds, 1985 Breakfast Club. Vader Mon says,
Oh
well,
my
you let
God.
you pick my hairstyle to show up in.
And
Okay.
Andrew Gibbons says, my prom song was Get Low.
I don't know that song.
From the window to the wall.
Oh, gonna give you my all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Courtney Boozer says, I looked on the website, didn't see any Monster Camp dates. When are y'all having them? Any in February or March?
So we're not announcing Monster Camp dates yet because, so for the record, I get report cards from YouTube, and they say that I'm really bad at keeping my eyes in the upper third of the video. and I should work on that. And I won't get any more views until I fix where my eyes are in the video. Yeah.
Okay. Weird.
So the YouTube police are telling on me. But anyway, and why I say that is that I just looked and you can see like my chin and that's it. So I feel like my work though is what you guys want to see. We're not announcing monster camp dates and stuff. There's so much going on right now. Dallas just went back to 50% capacity, and Texas is not doing well virus-wise. So I'm willing to bet there's going to be more travel restrictions coming up soon for Texas. So I'm just going to avoid all that, and we'll ride it out a little bit longer, and then we can announce some dates. I know that I'm going to have enough time to do more camps and labs as soon as the world is in a state where I'm able to do so.
Hauntings by Design says hello, everyone.
Hello, Hauntings by Design.
Rachel Powell says, but I only have one question. What is love?
No more.
Anyway,
You lost, Alan. You didn't know.
Ezekiel says, I think we're alone now. Tiffany was there somewhere too.
I like that. That was a good roller rink song for me. Like, I like that.
Stay tuned to Car Care. Tuna windows.
What
Tuna
I learned as a 14-year-old boy is I learned that when like a girl pop song came on, all the guys wouldn't skate to it. They would leave. So then I would go out and I would skate to it, and it would be me and like 40 girls.
Yep.
Okay, I'm down.
Courtney Boozer says, I'm in Lubbock and it's horrible. Line cook courses were shut down 12 more days here in Michigan. Vader Mod says, like I said before, I'll watch you sleep and banter, Alan.
Well, so much banter.
Courtney Boozer says, okay, I was just wondering. Thank you on must camp dates.
I guarantee banter. I don't guarantee it's witty.
Kenneth Booth says, you mean in about 4 years? When things open back up. Stay tuned, Car Care says, look up the meme. It's great. Tuna windows. Yeah. Tuna windows.
Tuna walls. I'm just going to
go ahead one written by a cat.
Yes.
and take this off of here.
What are you doing, Rue?
You're about to yank a rotary off the thing. I'm helping you.
Hashtag yank a rotary.
I'm helping you. Blue River Lore says 1972 prom. Brandy, you're a fine girl.
Brandy,
you're a fine girl.
That's a good one, though. Like, real good.
Well, I
Ezekiel
think we
says-
had more, like, better song options in the 70s. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Ezekiel says, get it together, Texans. I want to visit. We're back to everything open here. No masks, no nothing.
Well, we don't do that. We're not good at it.
What?
Stay tuned to Car Care in regards to tuna windows, tuna walls. Well, with that said, is the smell expected or no?
Hooray.
Jennifer Pugh says, are there cat doggy doors to the house too, or will Jones have to cry at the door?
Oh, there's cat doors.
Doggy door, cat door, giant doggy door.
Felicia asks, says, I'm only a year or two behind you, Alan. This is the year.
Glossy.
It's dry.
Kenneth Booth says, y'all remember Yankee Rose from Van Halen? Rachel Powell says, yes, if I didn't love you all already, I would now. My kids didn't know the answer, and I almost disowned them. Vader Mod says, I've yanked plenty of rotary. Ken Zaru says, everybody wants to rule the world. Good song. The King says, every time I come here, I'm always in tears of laughter because you guys are awesome. Makes me feel part of a big family.
So the other day, I had the Crowded House song. There's a song by Crowded House, and I even forget the name of it. But I'm like, I remember that song, and I was kind of singing it in my head a little bit. I'm like, I should play it. Apparently, the version in my head is way better than the version that came from Alexa. And then I had her play. Stop listening. Then I had her play Rod Stewart, Some Guys Have All the Luck, which is a song that I enjoy.
Patchwork says, more tequila shots because you're singing in a group. Ezekiel says, Yankee Rose from David Lee Roth is awesome.
It is. It's
Thank you
very
so much
energetic.
for plugging our Sylvie Studios Patreon page.
Okay, so I want to be careful. I don't want to plug the Patreon like No more than like once an hour. I don't want to beat people over the head with that kind of stuff. I think if they want to support us, they will. And if they can, they will. So let's just be careful with how much we do.
Kenneth Booth says, well, I can assume you can tell who the heads are and the nerds. Alicia F says, Spando Ballet? Spandau? No. Rich Pops, I'm pretty certain that our prom song was Hot and Her. Humming 29 says 141 people watching, only 59 likes. Come on, people, give a thumbs up.
How dare you?
Ezekiel says, plug Patreon, you deserve it.
Well,
Mike Trzynowski says, Blue Oyster Cult rocks. Yeah, they do.
yes. Yeah. Now them, I actually have a fun backstage story for.
Oh, yeah?
The bar that I worked at in Orlando, which was Janie Lane's Sunset Strip. I was a rollerblading wolfman, like that was my job. Very fun to put on my taxes for 4 years. And so my job was I was a wolfman on rollerblades, and I would hand out free admission flyers to get into the bar. But I became friends with Janie Lane, who was the lead singer of the band Warrant. Lots of amazing music by Warrant, in my opinion. And
She's my cherry pie.
and they did Cherry Pie. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Anyway.
Other than drinking.
Blue
No.
Oyster Cult backstage.
Oh yeah. So Blue Oyster Cult was playing the bar because we had a concert venue, and I had to teach Janie Lane, because I'm an Elvis fan. I had to teach Janie Lane the lyrics to "Don't Be Cruel" because Blue Oyster Cult covered it. But and they asked him to come and sing it on stage with them. So Janie Lane is there, and I'm feeding him lines as a wolfman. It was a very surreal moment in my life.
Stephen Carter says, you guys should try Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
Let me get a handle on Patreon first, okay?
Writing it down.
I'm learnerating myself here. Okay, so I love what just happened with this mask.
Yeah,
Like-
that's great.
That's very happy with this. Now we'll go in, we'll do some airbrushery, but this is.
Bob Bowie says, Crowded House, still dream it's over.
It wasn't Don't Dream It's Over.
The King says, I love this blue color.
Me too. This turned out nice.
Says 1982 Kansas, Dust in the Wind.
Pack in the head. Wires.
Kenneth Booth says, as soon as I get back to work, Alan, you will have me as a pat.
Is that a wire on the other side here? And then you put all the
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Chef sings, oh yeah, Ezekiel says, Crowded House gets branded as an Aussie band. It's not, it's a New Zealand band. Christian Piper says, that must have been an awesome job.
It really was. It was, what a time to be alive. And I made $1 for every free admission flyer that went back into the door. So if I gave them a flyer on the street and they went into the bar with it, I got, because they had to give it to, because it was a $20 cover otherwise. So if they came and found me, they saved $19 and I got $1. Yeah, pretty remarkable.
Jeff Leach says, a Dropkick Murphys fan? Yes.
I like it in the haunted house during St. Patrick's Day show.
Ezekiel says, Uncle Tom Cabin and the Cherry Pie Chick. Yeah, Warrant.
You know what? I Saw Red. I love that song. That's a great song. Heaven isn't too far away. Yeah, I mean, just a good song.
Cat Swift says, just got to start playing with PayPal and Patreon, baby steps, but I agree, I think Streamlabs is a good extra option with PayPal for one-offs.
I'll have to learn.
Jay Harvey says, hello, my friends.
Hello.
Vader Mod says, plug it, baby, you have a tight-knit living fan group that would probably love any simple extra from you.
I was actually approached by Skillshare for them to sponsor some videos, so we'll see where that leads.
Yay! Jennifer Pugh says, nice rub out. Courtney Boozer says that blue is nice. Ken Zarish says, Alan, or anyone there ever heard of Eddie and the Cruisers?
Yes.
Love that movie.
On the dark side.
Blue,
That
I
is
can't
one
say
of
their
my
name right.
mother's
Blue
favorite
River
movies.
Lore. Put some
All
cranium
the
bumps on
damn
that, and you got the Night King from Game of Thrones.
Yes, good color for that.
All
The
three.
King says, I'm telling you, Alan, OnlyFans is calling you. Trust me, you'd be great. Just show chin and below. Bob Boy says, something so strong.
Yes, that was it. Something so strong.
Justin,
Good carry us away.
Justin Hill says, was that rub out watered down at all?
Okay, so the rub out was alcohol down. It's an alcohol based. But what I did first was I clear coated this with the Liquitex high gloss varnish. So that meant that, you know how when you clear coat a sculpture, the plaster and stuff beads up on it, less sticks? Well, less rub out stuck because I varnished it first.
Barbara Saletti says, ooh, loving the color. Stay tuned, Carker says, Streamlabs will put notices for subs, members, emotes, and a route for donation. If it helps, go for it, because Susan loves that 30% cut. Jay Harvey says, love your videos.
Hey, thanks.
Cat Swift says, Daisy, Streamlabs or collect PayPal, but you can get these great bundles of notifications on your channel when folks donate. Like the YouTube chat money, but no big percentages taken.
Oh, that's cool. Well, we might try something like that down the road.
Anthony Patano says, did Jenny Lane pay you as a thank you for feeding him the lines to the song?
Well, he actually paid me all of my monies, so yes, yes.
Ken Zariff says, my dad had a 57 Chevy Bel Air just like the one in the movie.
I would then work as a, like when I was done doing flyers at like 11, I would help in bar back the rest of the night for a tip out, but I would stay in my Wolfman costume. So that was always fun.
The King says, Alan, that shimmy, such a natural. I can't stop laughing.
When I was a young man, I could carry 2 kegs through the bar on my back, like one on each arm. I don't think I could do that anymore.
Stay tuned, Car Carol.
That's like a terrible, terrible idea.
Grab one
Idiot
this way,
sweat.
right here.
Yep.
Stay tuned, Car Carol says, LOL. You shook. All I thought was shake your monster maker like someone's about to pay you.
That's right.
Christian Timer says, I think Skillshare? SK8LLS.
Yeah.
Ezekiel wonders why he now wears a back brace.
You are true. You are correct. Yeah, I've made a lot of poor choices. I treated my body like a rental for a long time.
Christian Timer says, I think Skillshare would be an awesome sponsor, part of the previous typo. That's all right.
I can't be out of the 10 pairs of glasses that I bought.
You need another pair of glasses.
Yes.
Just like regular glasses.
Yeah.
Your glasses.
I bought 10 pair and I put them in here.
Sure you did.
I did.
I believe you.
I got this pair out of there earlier today.
Warmonger says, I used to carry 2 kegs, now I wear a back brace to paint a mask.
Yeah.
Ken Cerise says, kind of reminds me of Mr. Freeze.
That's really what I'm going for here.
Ezekiel says, I still do treat it like a rental. Damn, I'm not your smart friend either.
You are not.
So we love you anyway.
Exactly.
Ryan Fever says, did you lose your glasses with a special holder that was supposed to keep you from losing them? Yes. Rachel Powell says, I'm your friend.
Yeah, Alan,
Not
just
your
calm
smart
down.
friend. Cat Smith says, you had the bet of 2 weeks before you misplaced the 10 new pair of glasses. What you should do is just go put 1 pair in every drawer. Ron
Yeah.
Shep says you're supposed to drink the keg, not carry it.
Oh, back then I didn't drink.
Ken Zariff says, well, he has glitter.
Yes.
Rob O'Brien says, it's hard to keep things in place in this the new year. They're still giving you grief over the other day. Jeff Leach says, does Alan need the granny chain?
I have the granny chain. I got the granny chain on 2 pairs.
The King says, I can't disagree, Alan, because honestly, I do the same with my body. I never wish it turned out to be a positive for COVID, but thankfully I lost 20 pounds.
Oh.
Blue, God, how can I not say this name? Blue River Lore. Fine line work with an airbrush is tough.
It can be. It's not always tough. Sometimes it is. I'm just trying to get in between the teeth and stuff so that they, so I can paint the teeth white later, but still preserve some blackness.
Celeste Kitty says, alrighty, who called he would lose them all today? My guess was the 11th. Oh, hey, bonus glasses.
Hey, wife. Thanks, honey. My wife just brought me some glasses. She's awesome.
Best wife is best. Like her Thor, she's gone again, but she'll catch you on the flip side. Oh, Boris. What a good boy,
Actually,
Boris.
we know she's watching if
That's
she
true.
just brought glasses.
Vadermod says, party hour can go on my custom 1/12 scale figure line for you. I should do free gifting for people I care for.
Hooray!
Jennifer Q says, is his mouth cut open between the teeth?
It is. There's a little cut in there.
The King says, I feel she watches the stream. Yes.
She do. Trying to keep me out of trouble.
Which wire
That's a
do you use,
full-time
Alan,
job.
for the extensions?
What's that?
Which wire do you use?
That stuff. Oh, I actually take the sheath off and just use the two individually.
Rachel Powell says, what strength do you buy?
These are 1.25s. There we go.
Jennifer Q says, okay, thanks. I was worried about cutting my blank. I thought it was hangover. On the...
Yeah.
The King says, wife just saw Alan Jacob. I feel she's prepping for that OnlyFans page after those dance moves, Alan.
I got some sweet dance moves.
Stay tuned, Carcass says, you guys are pretty chill. I found you guys through the vid of making a plaster mold for the clay fine house cat.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
Glad you joined us.
Yeah, so that's one of like the weekly videos, and then I do a lot of live videos too, which, you know, I'm making stuff, but it's, obviously it's a little different. Tell you what, man, I'm very happy with how that base color went on.
Ken Marisa now does the moonwalk. Alicia asks us, who makes, who wants, learn, and joke. Stacey Carcass says, I'm kind of into airsoft, looking into making masks, so tips helped.
Cool. Awesome.
As you said, she did the moonwalk before in the pocket tile video.
Just hitting my shadows on this one now. I'm digging it.
Blue River Lore says, y'all take care out there, folks. Got a jet.
Thanks, Blue River.
Good night. Sorry your name is so hard for me to say.
At least you're consistent.
It always wants to be Blue River.
Does this soldering iron not work?
What's that? What are you soldering? No. Twist them together. Twist them, and then you twist the two wires together, and then you shove the twisted wires into the glue gun, and you recoat it in thermoplastic, like the wire is coated in to begin with.
Okay.
Kenneth
I do
Booth
those silicone a lot.
says, love how the mask is turning out.
Me too.
Ezekiel says, that blue looks great on my screen.
Thanks.
Realms
Looks great in person, too.
says, hi, sorry I'm late.
What's up, Realms?
Hi, around.
Rodney Pope says, that's looking awesome.
Thanks.
Anthony Pantano says, reminds me of Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I mean, you could do a Mr. Freeze variant with this paint scheme for sure.
Rodney Pope asks, is this mask for a customer?
No, it actually isn't. But I'm okay enough on orders where I'm able to do something.
Just for funsies?
It's not just for fun. I've been wanting to do this. There's one customer who has first crack at it because I said I would give them first crack at it. And we'll see how that goes.
Felicia asks us, what is Rue fixing / making?
Rue is working on a Krampus mask over there. So he is doing a lot of what I normally do. He's wiring up the LED eyes for the Krampus.
Misty Zdarsky says, unfortunately, I gotta say goodnight. Be safe, all.
Good night, Misty.
Misty.
Good night, Misty.
Hello.
Ron Sheps says, did Rue check the colors first on the stand?
Have you tested your LEDs?
I did.
Okay.
Jennifer Hughes says, I'm gonna turn in 2. Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night. Yes, I did remember to test.
And they work and are the same.
Yes. They work, are the same color, and are the right color.
And Felicia asks, did you check him first for color? And does he have spiffy socks?
Rue does not wear spiffy socks very often. Very rare occasion.
That was me, diligently reading that. Felicia F says, we need all the stand vibes. Art Lady Blunter says, gosh, I'm old.
Hope I say that one day.
Stay tuned, Car Care says, haven't looked too hard, but have you done vids slush coating?
No, I don't really do slush coating. I don't like the process, and there's just some issues that pop up with it, so I'm not a fan.
Pocky79 says, hi Alan, just checking in. Old man looks sick. White Walker like, badass. Gotta hit the sack. Good night.
This will be Old Man Winter when he is done.
Kenneth Blue says, what is spiffy socks?
So Stan, another Still Piece Shop Monkey, he wears very festive socks. And I think they're kind of making fun of Rue because he's not as spiffily dressed as Stan.
Cat Smith says, ordered the last 2 Elope bullhorn sets last night, making hats for my girls. Hopefully they'll get more in stock soon.
Oh, I love that.
Jeff Leach says, watching you dip and spread the white paint makes me think of Bob Ross. I want to hear you talk about titanium white and phthalo blue.
I don't have titanium. I have osteo white. This color is called osteo white. As soon as we launch the paints, which will be fairly soon, I gotta slow down a little bit so I can launch the paint. Yeah, so that's what this is, osteo, and this is cadaver blue and osteo white.
Christian Tyler says, what is slush coating?
So slush casting is when you don't have enough latex to do dwell technique like I normally do. Dwell technique is when you fill a mold all the way up and you let it set for a certain amount of time, and that gives you a thickness of mask. So that is dwelling. Slushing is when maybe it takes 3 gallons to fill up the mold, but you only have a gallon. So you pour the gallon in and you roll it around until it coats the inside, then you pour it out. And you have to do that 3 or 4 times to get a good thickness most of the time. And you can just get some delamination issues, you can get some pull away that happens that I'm not a big fan of. I would rather just have the latex and pour it up.
Kenneth Booth says, give Rue a Guinness, you'll be all right. Poison Sumac says, does that make Stan the official sock monkey?
Oh! Sock Monkey Stan coming at you.
One monger says, you know what they say about a man that wears festive socks? He's the life of the party.
Do they say that? I don't know that anyone has ever said that.
Rachel Powell says, Alan, Amazon will be delivering to you on Saturday.
What? To me? I don't know what I got, but I'm excited.
I don't like stuff.
Did it eliminate you?
No, QP.
Yep, that's hot.
Kalisha asks, another 10 pairs of glasses with granny chains.
That is funny.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna... Texas is not a legal state.
Yeah, that's
Just so
not
you know.
legal in Texas, so we can't do that, I'm afraid. But you'll have time on your own in your after we're done for the day and before we start for the day. That is Stacy's first ganja-related question, and she can't stop giggling over there.
Well, listen, that's the one time that I'm like, maybe I shouldn't read this out loud, I don't know.
Good job, by the way. Yeah.
Normally, Stacy.
You get to pick one. You can't make fun of me for both reading it out loud and not reading it out loud. You get one.
But, like on Sunday, we're going to use a lot of contact cement. So we can just put you not near the air purifier,
Yeah.
and you will get quite the buzz, my friend.
Stay tuned, car crash says slush is good for like half masks, hard resin, like rolls up the bowl. Larger applications maybe for helmets, not so much for latex.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on it too.
Kenneth Booth says she didn't inhale. Raymond Schneider says y'all having a good night.
Yes, I think so. You know something I don't? Yes, we're having a good night.
Rachel Powell says, considering thanks for taking my mind off things. My dad was hospitalized today with corona.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
That's a bummer. Hope he gets well soon. Cat Swift says, seriously, it isn't legal in Texas? I'm truly surprised.
I think, like, isn't it in Congress right now for federal decriminalization?
Well, it went through the House, but the likelihood it's going to pass the Senate is low.
Slim to none.
Kalisha F says, congrats, Stacy, you passed the comments fishing test. Thank you.
One in a row, I might add. One in a row.
Vaderbot says, it's not legal in a lot of states, by the way. Minnesota, but my docs know and recommend I keep doing it for my epilepsy.
I gotcha.
Ken Zarish says, looks good. Cat Swift says, so sorry, hang in there.
Vader
Harley
Moss.
Monster says, the only song I really remember from my senior year is the jingle from the Mazda car commercial.
Vader Mods, where are you from in Minnesota?
Your Crazy House says, I'm late as always, but that's a damn cool mask, as always.
Hey, thanks. We're working on it.
Kenneth Booth says, legal only if it's medicinal, however, recreational use is in debate. Fairmont says, St. Paul.
I'm from Bemidji. Up north.
Our Lady Luncer says, San Patricio County, no mask, no quarantine.
Wow. Okay.
That's rare.
I like that hat in silver. That was nice.
Well, I still have time to mess it up.
Kalisha F says, where's that? Kenneth says, I'm legal. Castro says, federal decriminalization will allow for our shops to have bank accounts and not have to deal with cash only. Your state does not have to make it legal even if the feds decriminalize.
Right.
I think
And-
Texas is probably close.
I don't think so.
Well-
Texas is one of... Austin is close.
Well, because Oklahoma, Louisiana,
And be careful not to talk politics.
and New Mexico have all legalized.
And they've also all legalized gambling,
Yes.
which we have not.
Yeah.
So I think those two are kind of part and parcel, and I don't think you'll see one before the other.
No, I guess we'll find out. Christian Ty Edwards says, nice hat. Stay tuned, car care says, you mainly airbrush. Do you use any washers?
Yeah, I just did one on. I just did a rub out on that mask.
Well, they got
Yes.
hair just a little.
Yes, yes, I do washes.
Realm says, how did you run your fluid airline? Because I know there are so many different areas to have air at.
It's just like if you look, it's like a spaghetti in here. See that wire, that cord going up to the ceiling, and then in the ceiling you'll see it split. Do you see it?
There's air drops.
Can you see it?
Yeah, and then there's air drops all over the shop.
Rachel Powell says, thanks everyone, I think he'll be okay. He's had issues with his heart previously and then his fever break. 11 days of 101 to 104. He's getting IV antibiotics and steroids tonight. Oh, Rachel, we'll be thinking about him, okay?
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good. It sounds like they're doing things.
Dave Quintana says, that hat is now. Alan's going to make it more good. Rich Powell says, they're only hoping to keep him overnight, but time will tell. Cat Swift said, but is Austin really Texas? No.
The answer is no.
Felicia M says, I just did one, literally on this vid. Talking about your rub out.
Oh,
Art Lady Lynch says, question, how much of a cut does YouTube get of the Patreon account?
YouTube gets nothing from Patreon. Patreon takes its own little cut, but it's not the same as what YouTube takes on its, like if you super chat money, they take 30%. So if someone super chats $100, then we get $70, which isn't nothing, but the Patreon is just a way for people to support the channel and not as big of a cut is taken out.
Ezekiel says, since when do Texans follow the rules? That looks good. Round says, thanks. Demon Face 666 says, hey Alan, I love the Krampus mask you made, but are you ever gonna make one out of wood and carve it live on video? Because that's the true way to make a Krampus mask.
Okay, the video that I would make carving one live, I'm going to use power tools, and the video would be me making a mask, and the whole time you would hear as I grind away on. I thought about that for the other night, but it's not easy to do and do live video. Like, it's not sound friendly.
Yeah, that'd have to be a pre-recorded one that you voice over.
Yeah, for sure.
Warmonger says, till YouTube buys Patreon. Alicia S says, ooh, that's gonna be awesome with some silicone icicles over the blue streak.
It's like you're reading my mind.
Another check for posterity.
Felicia F says, and glitter! Nice, looks good.
What's that?
They work. Maybe if I put the battery up, they work.
Now they do. Yeah.
Ruggedly Handsome says, can we hear the power tool sound again?
Don't
That's-
encourage him.
That's what you would hear for the 3 hours it would take me to carve that mask.
Are we frozen?
I don't feel frozen, but we are making Old Man Winter.
Paul Bennett asks.
Oh, yes, this will look frozen. Yes.
Felicia F says, not as cool as Zombie Snail.
Zombie snail, zombie snail.
Oh, Paul said, had me on pause. Anthony Pantano's power tool sound mixed with Zombie Snail.
Y'all are weird.
Now,
Kenneth Ruth says, what do you make the hat from, Alan?
two masks now, or do you just hair over it?
you have to go through the mix. Hang glue, one wire up, one wire down. What was that question, ma'am?
What do you make the hat from?
EVA foam. This hat is made from 5mm EVA foam.
Warmonger says the power tool sounds like the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like a Big Mac and a large order of fries.
Stuffing.
I don't understand.
Graphy
We know.
UK says I love that top hat.
Hey, thanks.
Stay tuned Partner says more frosty than frozen.
Yeah, it's old man winter, so yes.
Kangaroo says nice.
I'm about to burn myself to die.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Smoking with you. JLR says the hat looks so awesome. Love it.
Thank you. Oh, we're not talking about my hat?
No. Warmonger says tinsel for hair.
Ooh.
Rue, you get excited at the worst things.
I like that.
Don't
I like
encourage them.
that.
Who said that? Lassiter, ban that in 5 minutes.
Catspoke says that thinner can be purchased in sheets at any craft store. Look in the cosplay section. Joanne's currently has it at 25% off.
Okay, so Rue, here's what we do, okay? Take this. Yeah, just like that. run all this up here,
Mm-hmm.
and then so keep
Nicely.
this pretty tight to the head, and then just do a few dabs of glue along the way to hold that on. And why don't you show them what you're doing?
Poison Sumac says, did you coat the hat with 20% contact cement to paint it later?
Yes. And then I covered it in leak seal, flex seal, leaky flex, flex leaks.
Alicia asks, says the hat is
All right,
taller
guys.
on than I thought it'd be.
So, these are the LEDs coming through the mask in the front. They go through and they come back out at the temple. And I have them coming along here, and you can't see this very well there, so I'll go ahead and zoom up on it. What did I knock over? Glue gun. It's fine. So, come up here. Wires are wrapped together and then coated in hot glue. It's just thermoplastic anyway, and then we'll run them across the back up into the and leave them placed in the back of the head.
Ryan
So-
Keenan says, Alan, do you have any tattoos? If not, we wouldn't get any.
I don't have any tattoos. I'm not morally opposed. I'm just not a huge fan of being stabbed lots of times by a bunch of needles. So nothing has really struck my fancy enough to want to get it tattooed.
Me either.
And I don't know what's happening with my body after I'm done with it. So,
Demon
Yeah.
Face 666 says, was there a Krampus parade? I didn't see yet one for 2020.
there's been some very different events.
There was one very cool one done in Louisiana that we were just talking about earlier, that they did a reverse Krampus parade. That was pretty cool. One of the creepers shared that.
Says, from Frosty to Fabulous.
That's right.
Vadermod says, if Party Alan didn't drink when he carried kegs for his buddies, what else did he do?
I made monsters in my spare time. Like that's like, this is all that I am, guys. Like this is it. I've been this way since I was young. I really haven't changed much aside from marrying best wife ever.
Paul Bennett asks, are
Way
you going to add
above
frozen icicles on it?
What's the question?
Are you going to add frozen icicles?
Yes.
The King says, something that I feel would make Frost a great character is carrying a burlap bag with arms, legs, and heads, blood dripping down, and you see chunks of ice building of blood. Yeehaw. Paul Bennett says add mistletoe. Ha, just kidding. Vader Mod says it doesn't hurt at all. Getting tattooed, I imagine. Cat Swift says, Rue, did you test the lights? Just asking.
I did. Yes.
Cobwebs and Candlesticks is back.
What's up, Cobwebs? You're almost here for glitter.
Kenneth Booth says, I'd like to see Alan make an evil Smurf. I bet that'd be freaking awesome. Demon Face 666 says, Alan is a monster scientist. Stay tuned, Car Care says, could always make a bit of icicles with some hot glue.
Not hot glue. I use a clear type of sealing caulk.
Cobweb says, I just found out Jared O'Lantern on YouTube passed away. We lost another one.
I don't know who that is, but rough.
Ezekiel says, Frosty Gravedigger looking awesome.
Hey, thanks.
Paul Bennett says, I'm seeing the heads under the table. They look like they're kissing.
Okay.
Hey, kind of do.
You've seen weirder.
Disturbing.
Here even.
Tonight, even.
Okay.
Vader Mod says, yeah, Shannon, you got a 30-year-old single sister just like you up for a blind date?
She don't. Any old time. How much longer are you on that hot glue gun, Rue?
5 minutes?
Okay, so I want that one when you're done.
Gotcha.
Kenneth Boo says, can you fog the costume or still statue with this build, like a blue fog?
Well, you can light and then fog. You could, if you had blue LEDs and whatnot, that would certainly show up in the fog, yes.
Ezekiel says, you can have my sister. Nah, I couldn't do that to anyone.
Covered in moles!
Okay.
That's Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh.
Has a bunch of jokes about his sister. Every time he mentions his sister, he says, covered in moles.
Okay.
Our humor differences, Joey. Alan puts Larry the Cable Guy, and we quote.
I do not like the even a little. Mostly because I'm from the place where he's making fun of people. Like, cause like that's not who he really is. It's a character that he's playing.
Yes.
And like I'm from where the people who he's making fun of are. Cobweb says, "Is that mega glitter?"
Yeah, this is giant. This is glittery. It's so glittery.
Christian Tyler says she went down to the church, got saved, and now they call her Holy Moly.
See, that was funny.
Lisa Art sends snowflakes and snowmen. Ezekiel says, "Ooh, whimsical flakes."
Whimsical flakes. Boom, 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 boom. See, I missed it immediately. Whimsical Flakes became Personal Jesus by Depeche Mode. Whimsical Flakes.
Paul Bennett says, "Cool ribbon around the hat."
Thanks.
Stay tuned, car care says, "As glue drips, let it cool on a toothpick. Add a little heat to stick it on. Usually how I do it for smaller sizes."
Let me show you mine. Hang out, and I'll show you how I do icicles. I think you'll dig it.
I like that.
I'm committed to this now.
Yeah, you
it's
are.
going to get snowflakes.
Thank you, Riot Demon, for
Riot Demon, throw back a bottle of beer.
that's my favorite thing is that people jump on to repeat stuff for fall. I like that.
I have to ask why you were thanking Riot Demon, and now it makes sense.
Yes.
When I purchased these, I had no idea they were peel and stick.
Nice.
I am so much happier now that they are peel and stick snowflakes.
Think that adhesive will hold up okay?
Probably. Onto what it's sticking onto, yes. And the hat doesn't really have a lot of movement or anything.
That's true.
Hey, Alan, did I hot glue around the base of these horns?
Yeah. Wait, they're well contact cemented on, right?
Yeah.
Ezekiel says, peel and stick snowflakes. Oh, never mind. Stay tuned, car care. Zoot rider. Going these people black and... Haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah.
Warmonger says, will he have a snowflake in his mouth?
Now you see Alan lose it.
For anyone who's new, that's only funny because there's always somebody who asks, is it going to have a insert whatever thing here?
A shrimp in its mouth, a bone in its mouth, going to its nose.
A hook in its mouth.
And who promised me a shrimp mask and then didn't make a shrimp mask? Remember that?
Was it 1980?
I think so.
I really like the silver ones on there.
Yeah. I'm not as big on the blues either.
Kenneth Booth says, crystal smoking cigar. The King says a big monster cigar would be better. Cowboy says 1980 is fascinated with shrimp. Tina Kusiak says that Gravedigger would make a great Scrooge too. I get so many ideas from you. Stay tuned, car care. Getting in on the game now says, how about a big icicle through his nose? Vader Mod says, masks just don't make them sound, Alan.
Right, they need brilliant ideas like crap in their nose.
Vader Mod says, give it time. Ezekiel says, I hate masks with smokes and cigars. Vandal's Bogart says he needs some fluffy, frosty eyebrows.
I agree. There will be some hair happening. It's 9:30. I feel like I'm on track to have this build done by the end of the night.
Bob Bowie says, have to ask, where'd you get those flakes?
Hobby Lobby, man.
Herbie Lurby.
I happened to go there for something.
Alamantra Art says, this looks awesome, and Jerry, being the Jew's Christmas outfit she is, thinks you should make a haunted Hanukkah Harry.
I don't know who Hanukkah Harry is. Like, I'd have to look that up. I'm not opposed.
I don't want to know. Inquiring minds, y'all.
Ezekiel says, a big frosty mullet. Station Parker says, call him the Frost Doctor.
The what?
Not reading that one.
Rue, you're stepping on something important.
Oh, my heart
It just fell off.
Ruined. Joanne Crowley says, and long sideburns. And it is.
It could.
I'm going to let you read it, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
King.
Cobweb says, Freezemeister.
I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. 101. I don't know the words, guys.
Beth in Texas
Yeah.
says, the blue snowflakes really need to be more translucent looking. They're a little aggressive. Ruggedly Handsome says, Alan, your grandma's going to be mad when she wakes up and realizes you wear her glasses. Sorry, couldn't resist after that comment earlier.
All right, so tortoise shell is like my favorite color combination. I like that.
Ezekiel Brad says, oh, Gravedigger has a new life now.
These don't have a granny chain, but I wish they did.
Rodney Post says, good night, everyone. Good night, Rodney.
Now the blue ones are less blue, which I think helps them immensely.
Stay tuned, Car Care says, be interested to have a Witch Doctor version of Old Man Frost.
Yeah.
Ruggedly Handsome says, they look fine. The joke is just too good to pass up.
What's funny is that this mask, I can see doing like a lot of stuff with it. Someone posted on LaTeX, like, I need an Abraham Lincoln mask. I'm like, this could do Abraham Lincoln. You know, this could do a Native American. It could do a lot of stuff. It's a pretty versatile face structure.
Yeah. Ezekiel says, as long as you can see, buddy.
Yeah.
Beth in Texas says, yep, that definitely helps.
Yeah. If you guys can't tell, a long time since I worried about looking sexy. Okay, that's not where my main points of concern are in my life.
I don't know if they were ever there.
No, sadly no.
Looking scary, much more important than looking sexy.
Pretty much.
That's cool.
Felicia says Shannon likes it. She makes you cookies, so.
Yeah.
Kangaroo says I lost sexy 130 pounds back. Cobweb says it could be Karen's first husband before Darren McFarland. Ezekiel says you have a wife. You need to reach no higher now. Right?
You should make an effort to keep your wife, in my opinion. If
Right.
you like the one you have.
Right, James says only 83 likes. Everyone give a thumbs up. Warmonger says a few blue LEDs under the brim of the hat pointed down would be a cool concept.
Yeah, not bad.
Cat Swift says the mask with the tall hat reminds me of the folks in the Caribbean voodoo dancing around the big beach fire.
Okay. You had a different cruise experience than I did.
Stay tuned, car care says we ain't here for the body. What do you do with those hands? Wink, wink.
Y'all ain't right.
Oh, loud. Thank you, Scott
Stop it.
Colehart, for the link for the snowflakes. Ezekiel says just make sure you keep one hand soft for her.
One hand soft. Okay. So this is another type of icicle juice.
Icicle juice.
Ultimate power. As long as it's crystal clear. See my finger moving back around through there? That's because it's clear and you can see that.
Vanity.
Regularly Handsome says, how many likes will it take to get Ruben some little people boots and a gnome hat?
A lot.
200 likes. 200 likes. And yeah, have you said me, the answer would have been higher, but Rue's got time to burn.
Yeah, guys, I just finished my broccoli.
The king says they're just good for caulking, if you know what I mean. Catswift says tonight's stream is taking a very odd turn without the hot mold.
Enunciate the L's, guys. Enunciate the L. And
You
call
heard me say the caulking.
I was referring to them.
Kalisha says, I wish I could hit like more than once.
So you just got to share the vision now. That's what you got to do.
Here. Yes. Regular Handsome says, you heard him hit that like button.
I have
Oh,
both
right.
gnome hats and gnome boots ready to go,
It's
for the
true.
record.
I know he does. This is bad.
The king says, I was the 81st thumbs up.
Bob, it's
Right.
81. You're in danger, Rue.
I'm in danger.
Riot Demon says, I work in a hardware store. I don't know how many times I've wanted to laugh when people ask for caulking in weird ways. Ezekiel says, I'm confused. Mull in Australia equals devil's lettuce. Mull blind, mind bender.
No, mulling spices, like, I don't know, man. It's just mulled wine. I don't have any more words for you.
Vader
This
Mom
is
says,
falling spicy.
Hobby Lobby has what I like to call the Walmart effect of freighters. You just walk in circles looking at every aisle in the store like a zombie, filling your cart, forgot what to get.
I go there with a list, man. I'm pretty specific.
Stay tuned, Car Care says, you doing icicles off the brim?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the Power Grab Ultimate Crystal Clear link. Line Good Horse is 91 so far. Von Diane says 96 now, 98. Casper says the icicles are with the caulking. I think it's called Rexel.
This happens to be Power Grab Crystal Clear, but it's the same stuff, guys. Same stuff.
The King says, Alan, will you do a photo with your Halloween/Christmas edition? Or is
Well,
Halloween not?
No, they're like the things you see me make. I don't have like when they're done, they're shipped out like in a day or two. So I have very few finished masks here. If I have a finished mask, it's a problem. Like that's an issue.
Like, of course, 98 likes. Police Chef says, I was one of the 40s. Ezekiel says, I go to Walmart with a camera. It's a modern museum, right?
It can be.
Von Diane says, 100, halfway.
Rue,
You get 100 more likes, I'll be impressed.
get your dancing moves ready, buddy.
Mr. Jimmy says, hey, Alan.
What's up, Mr. Jimmy?
Oh, Mr. Jimmy.
Mr. Jimmy, if we get 200 likes on this video, Rue is going to dance with a gnome hat and gnome boots on.
So says Alan.
Yeah.
Listen, at 200 likes, if you won't do it, I will.
Yeah. Gnome chorus line.
The king says, oh, I thought you kept the elf suit. Okay, makes sense.
I have an elf costume, yes, but only because I haven't listed it for sale yet.
Flying Cook Course is 101. All right, hey. Stay tuned, Car Care says, after that hat, one step closer to being a cake boss. That's our 2020 video. Like, we finished piping cough and I really cut into it. It's made of cake. Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the Ready to Ship mask link. Graphy UK says, I reckon Old Man Winter with like a silver cracked monocle with chain.
I'm going a little crazier than that. I'm going like Mad Hatter, Old Man Winter.
Yeah, Swift says, only in the boots and hat?
No, he's also going to have pants. He'll at least have pants. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't volunteer me for
But if we
things.
get to 400 likes,
We're gonna get demonetized. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Mr. Jimmy FX says, so you're saying share.
I'm just saying.
Rob O'Brien says elf thong. Kathy Coleman says 114 now. It's looking so promising.
Right, right.
Kalisha F says if that was the case, I'd add the aunties to the share list. Like Victor says 114. All right. Ezekiel says loincloth for 220.
No, not 220.
Ezekiel, you're not supposed to be helping with this.
Listen, guys. Rue has dignity, and I know how much it costs. And we're just not there right now.
Listen, anytime you want to see anybody dance anything skippy, tipping is expected. Warmonger says, doesn't Old Man Winter normally depicted with a long beard? Will yours be?
I'm going to do probably crazy hair as opposed to the beard.
All right, the king, I'm not reading it again, but
Go back to thinking at home.
Anthony Pantano says 121 likes, Rue. Ron Shep says dignity is overrated. Amen.
But you only have about 20 minutes to get those likes in, too.
Y'all better hurry.
No, don't get it.
Joanne Crowley says 121 likes. Don't hear Rue practicing yet. Cat Swift says, Shannon, oh Shannon, you need to pop back in and get us all back in line. Ruggedly Handsome says, I just dropped a link on my personal Facebook group that has 20,000 members. Oh, if you're still awake and listening.
Oh, my goodness.
Long Cook Course is 122. Kalisha F says, do you happen to have any tinsel to add into the hair?
No, but I have silver paint.
Oh, God. Ezekiel, 250 likes just to wear a stand sock. Oh.
I have dignity. Some.
The king says,
I know y'all don't think so, but
the king says, we got 144 views, we need 400 plus likes. Come on, team.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Ezekiel says, sure, Rue, sure.
y'all are letting my secrets out.
Shannon says, oh no, I wouldn't stop this show for all the tea in China. Grabs popcorn and martini. Rob O'Brien shared to Hunter's hangout. Woo! Kenneth Booth says, y'all are gonna make it so cold, he's only gonna need a peanut shell and a rubber band for his thumb.
He says I need more than that now.
Woo! Where's Andy?
Break out the hamster cannon. What?
Hamster cannon. Oh, woo.
There's always a nickname.
Ezekiel says, you know I do it, Rue. Man up, brother. Stay tuned, car crashes. Being 2020, dignity went out the window for sure. I think people would do it for TV.
Nobody said I wouldn't actually do it.
Carol Gordon says, if I type like 400 times, will that work?
No.
Oh, Ron Shem says, hamster kid. Oh, the king says, I'm dying here, Alan. Vader Mod says, speaking of hair, do you want to do party, Alan, or have synthetic hair, or is it epoxy sculpted the way to go?
What was the question again?
Speaking of hair, do you want party, Alan, to have synthetic hair, or is epoxy sculpted the way to go?
I would say epoxy sculpted. It's way easier to control the hairstyle that way.
Riot Demon says, hamster cannon? Never heard that before. Oh.
As well you shouldn't.
Anthony Pantano says, will he do it for gum? Catsup says, oh, Rude,
I don't even
run
like
now.
gum.
Run fast, run for your life, or at least for your dignity. David Quintana, hamster cannon, I just fell over. Ezekiel says, you gotta do the penguin across the Stopia's backyard. Kenneth Booth says, I almost spilled my bourbon. Kalisha F says, Alan, you're working too fast. Von Dyan says, 128.
The show's over at 10, guys. I gotta get this done.
I think you guys way overestimate how much I make.
Oh.
Wait, you get paid?
Oh, man. Oh, Lord. That's funny. Oh, God. Ezekiel says you can use the heat gun to warm up, Nathan.
I didn't need to, it's chilly.
Rob O'Brien says shares with the 9,000 members of Halloween props for sale on Facebook. Oh. Vader Mod says, cool, you're right. I hate doing any synthetic hair.
Yeah, me too, man.
Chonko City says, are you still making the tutorial on how to paint a latex mask without an airbrush?
Yes, yes I am.
Michelle Schulte says, oh my god, housemate in the kitchen. Here's Alan's hamster cannon comment. Now I have to explain what I'm watching.
Sorry about that, guys. You alright, Stacy?
Shit, I can't even, man. That's you broke me with hamster cannon.
Uncle Stacy. Again.
The reset process is so painful, but it's not worth it. Oh. Anthony Pantano says, I thought kids watched this. LOL, not anymore.
We actually haven't done anything inappropriate. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, it isn't even for anything inappropriate. It's just
No.
for the 200.
Yep, y'all got a little less than 15 minutes. Oh God. Paul Bennett says, on each snowflake, icicle?
I used the I held them on with the caulking, but I'm not gonna add to each of them.
Ezekiel says, Urban Dictionary is hamster cannon, education at its finest. Realm says, looking good, Alan. Thank you, Scott Colhart, for the Still Be Studios merch link.
Thanks, Realms.
Our Teespring. Ormonger says, okay, I'm back, so who's loading the hamster cannon?
Rue is definitely loading the hamster cannon. Look out, he's packing varmints, kids.
Cat Swift says, this has been a great stream. I think we all needed this belly laughing. Thanks to Rue for letting us do this to him. Anthony Pantano says, there's no way 200 likes will be here in 15 minutes. Fon Diane says, everyone make a second account and like this. 129.
That's a lot of work, guys.
Chad Smith says, okay, what the hell did I miss? A reference to Rue's junk and Alan saying, break out the hamster cannon?
Pretty much, you just nailed it right there. Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what you missed.
Chunko City says, how thick should a latex mask be? I'm working on one now. I'm slush casting it, but it already feels thick. I've got about 5 layers so far.
You're probably good at 5 layers.
Carol Borden, do not spam the chat with likes. I will leave you.
Yeah, don't,
Please don't do that.
those aren't likes.
It doesn't count. I appreciate the effort.
And that makes it harder for us to read comments and interact with you.
Mr. Jimmy says, new shirt, hamster cannon.
Oh my.
Von Dine says 131. Only 70 or 69 likes, guys. You can do it. Chocolate City says thanks. Oris Tier Studios says PETA has entered the chat.
How many likes more?
69? Yeah.
No.
Yes.
59?
No? 59? Listen, English major. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, you're right, 69.
What? See, like
You beat me a number for
I totally
once.
accepted that you were right and I was wrong, and as it turns out, I was right. Lit gas.
Especially when it came to numbers.
Kalisha F says no, it's 69. See, that's how little I have faith in my own counting ability. Where he was like, no, it's 59, and I was like, oh, you're right.
This is why Stacy does not play poker.
That is 100% why Steve does not play poker. Forest Tier Studios
That's
says.
totally why when Stacy spits out a number, I have to double check it in my head.
Forest Tier
Sometimes I'm not right
Studios says she says my name right. Yay!
Hooray!
I did one thing right tonight. Joanne Crowley says, get those tap shoes cleaned off, Rue. Ezekiel says, it's okay, Stacey, you're in smart friend territory. Oh, Kalisha S says, if you're in the live and haven't liked yet, please hit the like. Flying Cook Thor says, we're at 133. Chocolate City says, that mask looks sweet. Nice work.
Thanks. They have ulterior motives for their likes today. Often I prefer to get likes on my own merit, but
10 minutes.
I will also accept likes for dwarf boots.
Warmonger says, I think we need a little overtime on this mask build. You could do a lot better, Alan, if we go to 11.
I won't be going to 11, but I am going to get this guy done tonight.
Paul Bennett says, now I see Doc from Back to the Future when he saw the car drove off the model table for plan. His jaw drops when the model car is on fire. Ezekiel says, this mask is getting better and better.
That's the hope.
David Quintana says, but as deadly as the hamster cannon may be, it could never defeat the zombie snail. The King says, yeah, he said till 10. Joanne Crowley says, I like how the skin on the mask looks crinkly.
Yeah. Like I sculpted it.
Kalisha F says, can we stay till it's done?
Yeah, I am going to stay till it's done.
The King says, we got 2 hours, guys. No. You got 9 minutes.
Yeah, there's like 10 minutes left.
Ezekiel says, Shannon, you can rig this. Get on it. Kalisha F says, yes, at the Doc Brown reference. It does kind of have Doc Brown vibes right now.
It do.
Choco City says, is it Jack Frost?
This is Old Man Winter is what I'm doing now.
Stay tuned, car care. He meant 10 Hawaii time. Ryan Demon says 10 Pacific time, right? Gosh, really.
Now you get Stacy the hiccups again.
Fon 9 says 1:35. Kenneth Boo says UK time. Lisa Arndt says yes. 10 Pacific Standard Time. Ezekiel says it's only 1:52 p.m. here. Heaps of time.
But it's also already tomorrow, so the time has passed.
Yep. Missed your chance.
Ezekiel says you didn't specify what day.
Well, he's got a point there.
That's true.
All right, and I'm doing this hair up because I want it to have a lot of body.
Robin Brian says, ooh, my eyebrows do that every now and again. The king says, oh well, better late than never. Rue. Stay tuned, Car says, whoa, time traveler in the chat.
Yeah, Australia.
Felicia F says exactly. $137.
It's climbing.
Fun time. It's like second account, people. Kelly Chef says, I'm pestering my kid and his friends to hit it.
Yep, you're ridiculous.
Joanne Crowley says, not bad. 137 watching and 137 likes.
I think it can be a standard policy if we ever hit like 400 likes on a live, you will get a dwarf boot dance. We can do a standard dwarf boot dance
Anytime we get 400 likes.
for 400 likes. Yes, it'll probably be me, but
Could be anybody. Hell, for
Right.
400
I was
likes.
gonna say, for 400 likes, we'll do a freaking, like, dwarf
All three of
hey,
us
don't
together.
overpromise.
boot conga line. It'll happen. We got several pairs of boots made.
We do.
Correctly Hansen says, I'm pretty sure Alan said 125 likes for Rue, right?
Nope, no, I did not. I wanted to hit something that was high yet achievable.
200. 200 is what we're going for.
200 what we're going for today.
Stay tuned, Car Care says, so it's when it's 1 p.m. here, are we back to the future?
Yes.
Billy Shaft says, can we say 300 to split the difference? Poison Sumac says, a line in an Irish song, I cannot go to tomorrow, but the train has left today. I cannot go tomorrow, but the train has left today. Warmonger says, a line dance. Wandine says, 141. Ezekiel says, I draw the line in a Rob Mankini. My mind, 139. Oh, 144. Getting close, y'all. Getting close. 145.
I think we needed that. We needed that little bit of purple under the eyes. I think that's good. I'll put a little bit of that on the lips.
Alicia asks us, use your moms, dads, kids. Let's go, people. Ezekiel says, Dominion says 200. Sorry, no political stuff. Oh, my friend Mike is creeping for a few minutes. Michael, drop a like. We're trying to get to 200.
You're going to ask them to go to 200, you got to tell them why.
Oh, so that Rue will do a dance.
A dwarf
A
boot.
dwarf boot dance.
A gnome hat dwarf boot dance.
Dwarf boot dance.
Like you do.
Alicia F says yes. David Quintana says, we'll never see the dance of the elf.
We begin with the dance of the elf.
Oh, Kalisha F says she was guessing for the purple.
Elf boots are the end.
Ruggedly Hansen says that purple really helps.
Yeah.
Anthony Pantano says 3 minutes till 10.
Well, we're going to go a little later than 10 because I have to finish the mask. So,
Danny Flannery says, do you ever do videos on mold making?
oh yeah, all the time. Yeah, you betcha.
Line Quick Source says 149. Y'all. 50
They're going
more.
for it
50
tonight.
more, we're so close.
What do you need, Brew?
50. I think I'm safe.
Ezekiel says, just do it anyway, Rue. Be a good sport. There are special people watching that would love it. Scott Collard says, share the live to your friends to get more likes. Bond9 says 141 watching and 150 likes. Anthony Cantano says, oh, so then you might have to dance then, evil grin. Alicia F says, hit the like button. Ken Zari says, looks wicked. Dave Quintana says, 150. All right. We're real close, y'all. Lewis McLand says, what time is it there?
We're about 10 till 10.
2 till 10. Riley Hanson says, anyone knows how quiet Rue's been since the number keeps rising?
He has a look of nervousness about him.
Nah. More I'm focusing on digging play. Actually working on something.
Doing actual work.
Actual work. Ah, phew!
Good night.
Excuse me.
Betamon says, tons go through his video list. You can learn how to start your own small shop.
There's lot. He's not exaggerating. There really is lots of info on mold making and all that stuff.
Ezekiel says, deep down, Rue wants to do it.
Not unless you guys earn it.
Problem with white hair on a white mask is you just don't see it. But I do think it needs a beard.
Yeah, Danny Flannery, I guess we maybe didn't think that first comment went through. Any mold making videos? Yes, there are quite a few.
We have lots of mold making videos on the channel. There's a whole playlist called Latex Mask Making, and hop on that latex mask making playlist, and you'll see one-piece mask mold videos, two-piece mask mold videos. It is all there, my friend.
Paul Bennett says, Rue is working on Krampus. Did Rue make the horns?
Yes, he actually did.
This is Paul.
Yes, Rue made the horns.
I helped.
You
made the
bent the
horns.
horns.
I bent the
Stacy
horns.
reshaped them.
JLR says, bless you. Felicia F says, we almost got 100 since this started, so bless you. And hit a jig, please. Ezekiel says, because USPS is withholding Tim Tam packets until he doesn't. Lewis Lamb says, it's near 11 near Savannah, Georgia. Anthony Pantano says, he's not saying no. Vaderbot says, stay on, Alan, I'll pay.
Well, I'm working, so I'll be here a while.
Line Cook Thor says, 150. Kenneth Booth says, give him a goatee. Oh, a goatee.
No, actually, yeah.
Blackcraft 27
Like
says, I'm late,
skinny
super
single
late.
goatee.
Power's been out for a while and couldn't charge my phone. Stay tuned, Car Care says, thinks some chops would be better than a beard.
And big chops. Yeah.
Lewis McLand says, that's all, why I'm always late.
Charge your phone, people.
Felicia F says, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please go smash it. We need 200 likes on this live. Barbara Saletti says, looking good.
Hey, thanks.
Bond9 says 152. Echoed by Line Cook Felicia F says, chops would be a cool switch.
I could see big old chops on that.
Blackcraft 27 says, are you putting more hair on top, or will they have a balding look?
He's going to have a hat on. Like this is this way, just so it will stick out from the hat. So the hat will go on, and I want it to kind of shoot out to the sides.
And you gotta let that dry, the silicone kit, before you can.
A little more. I'm going to actually try and tease it now and see what happens.
Stay tuned, Car Care says, on 2 devices equals 2 likes. Ezekiel says, Rue, let's begin negotiations. What's it gonna take?
200 likes.
We've named our price.
Kenneth Booth says, like bozo hair.
Kind of, yes. Ish.
Are you looking for the teasing tool? Oh, more snow.
When in doubt, snow it out.
Van
I'm
Gogh
gonna-
Spoke Art says, what about a frosty monocle?
I don't think monocles are scary. And I want this guy to have a bit of an edge to him, you know?
Warmonger says, chops and a top hat would give it a Jack the Ripper vibe.
Pop and chop hat.
Tops and a chop hat.
Did I say tops and a top hat?
No, no. I
Okay.
said that.
Okay, I'm like, oh,
I spoonerized you.
spoonerized. Ezekiel says, Rue, come on, you can come down to the likes. Think about the children.
Think about the children, Rue.
I am thinking about the children. My children.
Kalisha F says, no monocle. Then he'd look like an icy Mr. Peanut. Anthony Pantano says, that's why he's not doing it.
I'm trying to get better about not being a giant sucker and just doing everything anyway.
Von
You
Diamond
guys
says,
have
155.
no idea.
Line Cook Thor says, Rue, be a team player.
You guys have no idea how easy it is to con Rue.
Stay tuned, Car Affair says, no one likes frozen nuts.
For the plan ahead crowd, Rue is here on Mondays. If we can get to 200 next Monday, same deal.
Ezekiel
Yeah.
says, well, you can start that tomorrow. Kenneth Booth says, you know what you get when you cross a mink with a kangaroo? No, I don't know. Graphy UK says, Alan, you've nailed that blue. It looks great and cold.
Thanks, Graphy UK! You're the Dragon Master!
Line Cook Thor says 155. Kenneth Booth says, a fur coat with pockets. Cake and a kangaroo. A mink and a kangaroo.
Not a king.
Not a king. A mink.
Teasing code is why I came over here.
Yes.
I forgot once I got here.
We promise Alan is coming back, everyone.
Azuzu Ryan, throw back a bottle of beer. Azuzu Ryan, run a comb through your coal black hair.
Line Cook Thor says 156. Ezekiel says, Rue, you could be dancing instead of poking me with a stick.
It could be. And yet I'm not.
Dancing Roo, dancing Roo.
Oh, no.
Here's a
No,
morning
no,
dancing
no.
Roo. Dancing Roo.
Anything but ABBA.
Riot Demon says, I feel like I've been summoned.
Hooray!
Anthony Pantano says, I shall call him Mini Rue. Ezekiel says, okay, Rue's out. Stacy, you're up. Accepting tips via super chat.
I'm gonna start the first all dwarf boots only fans.
That's right. Woo. Ezekiel says, I can send Tim Tam's Express, Stacy. That's true. You could. Von Diane says, we're over 75% now. Log into those second accounts, the kids' account, the spouse's account, all the accounts.
Look, I'm taking my time. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I am kind of taking my time. Normally I fly through this stuff, and for you, I'm slowing my roll a little bit here.
Kathy Coleman says, oh my god, I'm so glad I turned in tonight. Stay tuned, Cargo says, looks like a frozen crystalloid.
A little bit, yes. Yes, indeed. White primer, that's what I wanted. If you don't get a dwarf boot dance, you still get a paint shaking party. Ain't no party like a paint shaking party because the paint shaking party don't stop.
At least for a minute.
Warmonger says, Black Sabbath, rumors, fairy boots. Michelle told me, if you tuned in late, make sure to hit the thumbs up, guys, please.
Rue, you might be better at this. Oh wait, you weren't in the Navy.
No, I sure was not.
Army was Rue's Army.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Woo, no. Shenanigans.
They shake a lot of spray paint in the Navy, I hear.
Ron Chef says it's the paint shake shimmy.
Paint shake shimmy, roll back a bottle of beer. Paint shake shimmy.
Apparently, this is right with the theme.
Yep. The silver. Blackcraft27 says, good night all, early day tomorrow.
Good night. Now you can't see what I'm doing.
Ezekiel just sent us $8 on the super chat. Dance, rude dance. Cat Swift says, with all the drinking tonight, I'm eating food.
What's funny is that, like, you know that Ezekiel really wants it because Australian dollars are like half of what a US dollar is.
Shan says, did anyone share this dance goal on the Creepers page? Such a group of helpful people, after all.
They are helpful over there, aren't they?
Scott Pointer says, Navy's motto, if it's standing still, paint it. If it's moving, catch it and paint it.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the Navy's motto.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Stay tuned, car care says, how's it go? Army says, hurrah. Navy says, hooah. Air Force says,
That's funny.
Kalisha F says, 5 likes for me and my crew.
Just for cobweb, right here.
So, okay. Fun thing about Hua, right? So this has driven me nuts forever. Because in the Army, it's Hua, is what you say. Hua, it kind of means yes for everything. Yes, heard, well, anyway.
I heard it was heard, understood, acknowledged.
Heard, understood, and acknowledged.
Yeah.
Hua, H-U-A. Heard, understood, and acknowledged is what it actually is, and it's an actual, like, shortening of that. They sell shirts in the Army that say "Cool" on them in great big letters, but it's H-O-A-U-H.
Because they're spelling
Like,
the noise.
Yes, it's like,
Right.
it's not what it is. And it drives me so nuts.
We're at 158. Tenzuri says, shaking paint makes you jump, jump. Alan, shaking paint cans make you jump, jump.
I'd just like to point out that I'm standing right here.
Poison Zumek says, never again volunteer yourself. Ezekiel says, don't change the subject, Rue.
Did I get a little bit on you, Rue?
Kenneth
By the way,
says,
I never volunteered myself in this at
No.
all.
no, we definitely volunteered him.
There's volunteered and there's voluntold, okay?
Now the Army is good at that.
So is haunting.
Kenneth
And so
we
is
said-
haunting.
We said whoop, Rue, W-O-O-P.
Oh.
Paul Bennett says, let Rue wear the white bear mask and Stacy can wear the snowman mask, y'all, and frozen hat, y'all dance.
We don't have any more. We don't have any of those. Those go away now. Those go bye-bye.
People don't understand.
Yeah.
Ghosts don't actually live here.
Kalisha F said, heard, obeyed, understood, acknowledged.
So something important that you have to do once you snow something is just get the excess off. So you can't just leave it on there. It's gonna fall off, and sadly, people think that's like the snow is falling off. It's not on there for quality. Well, you put on more than you need,
Aggressive.
and then you blow it off. Like this is just what you do.
Lisa,
And then-
yay, my favorite part, sparkle time.
Then you take your air blower.
But you don't want to like
I want to make sure that we. You can get back to work. You can keep working, Rue.
That had nothing to do with where I was sitting, did it?
What are you implying? Get all angles.
Stay tuned, car care says Monster Cake Boss is making on that hat. Ezekiel says, so Alan's the boss. Suit up, man. Line Cook Thor says 160. Robert Bryan says, it's in the Silkiest employee manual. Rocket League Hansen says, T minus 40 likes and counting.
There's a manual?
Robert Bryan says, oh no. Joanne Crowley says, you don't have to volunteer, you were elected. Paul Bennett says, bummer riot. Felicia F. Sparkly dance since all the excess is going on Rue. Robert Bryan says he caught wise. Von Diane says 80% people. Vin Goggle says, hello all, I know I'm really late.
Really late.
Barbara Saletti says, run away. Felicia F. says, hey Finn, hit the lake. Line Cook Thor says 161. Ezekiel says, yeah, the manual was lost by Rob, but it still stands.
The manual was written because of Rob.
This is Old Man Winter, by the way.
Old man.
That's Old Man Rue. And this is Old Man Winter. Stacy,
Yes.
would you take the camera and do some close-ups
I will.
so that people can see the mask? There you go.
All right. Yoink. Get our.
Talking about the process and whatnot.
All right, so you've got our stuck on little snowflakes there with our piped on silicone ice, our blue snowflake ribbon, our polyflake hair, or polyflake snow, all on an EVA foam base hat. And we've got our latex mask painted white, and then we did a clear coat of acrylic gloss varnish on it. And then we did a blue rub out with ink on it. We painted the teeth in black and then white on top of that. Added some purple and blue on the lips. Added all of this hair, silicone to the hair in, and then added a lot of paint and snow into the hair. Got our purple up on the eye there. Our little drippy icicles here. Our snowy brows. It's very nice. Oh, we're at 164 likes, guys. We're getting real close. Y'all tell your friends. 36 more to go. You guys can do it. I believe in you. All right, just for you guys, Merry Christmas. You guys ready?
I don't like nobody good like dwarf dances. This is what you get.
This is the dwarf
You get the white man dwarf shuffle. There you go. This is it. This is how.
You guys tried real hard, and we're awarding effort.
That's right. Yeah, you guys did try very hard, so you get the dwarf boots.
That's right. Get it. Do a little dance. Make a little get dwarf tonight.
There you go.
Oh.
Rue, say goodnight.
Good night.
Stacy, say goodnight.
Good night.
And I, of course, say, go make stuff.